see the full picture, not just
Do
the little
I?
one on the stream.
Hello,
I
everybody.
don't know if I have a.
We're getting started now. Welcome to Ready to Roll, Embers Beneath the Mountains, episode 3. We are super excited to be back. First question I have is, if anyone would like us to introduce ourselves again and who we're playing, go ahead and let us know. It is listed on all the nameplates, but if you're okay with us just diving in, we're gonna just dive in. So we're gonna get a quick recap of what happened last time from Braden.
All right, so tonight's session is brought to you by the Star of Death. That's No Moon, right behind me, as you can see. Last time on Ready to Roll, after discovering the distance that our heroes had mysteriously traveled and spent a night at an inn after fighting with the undead, the party woke up and decided to head to the chapel. The chapel in town had not been set foot in for 3 years since the mist that keeps people in the valley began. While scouring through the rooms of the chapel, the gang discovered journal entries and letters detailing the going-on to the bishop of the chapel. The bishop had wrote to his local patriarch to, wanted to retire and whatnot. Some guy came to, replace him, but started preaching some really weird crap, essentially. And then the bishop, being concerned, wrote back to the patriarch about this replacement and got a response saying no replacement was sent for his retirement. In trying to confront the final entry in the journal, the bishop said he was going to confront said newcomer. As the group proceeded down in the basement of the chapel, they found 3 bodies. 2 were wearing purple robes that they didn't know who those were. And the last one was the former bishop. In the next room, there were 3 empty caskets that had once held something before and a tunnel. As the group proceeded toward the tunnel, 3 huge spiders descended from the ceiling and a battle ensued, with Drith turning into a spider and Corvette dealing a lot of damage but falling unconscious to the poison. After finishing the spiders and getting everybody up, the party traveled for a couple-ish of hours through the tunnel, which emerged in a cemetery near Castle Kamevrov. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Approaching the castle, the gang learned of Drith's heritage, who he's looking for his father, and is connected to one of the saints. On his difficult past of people assuming she's from hell, and Corvette losing those he grew up from an attack on his home monastery. At the gates, the party persuaded the castle guard to allow them entrance, greatly due to the sacrifice of Drith, giving up his goose feather pillow. And so our story resumes as the party enters the looming castle, where none of the residents have been seen in years.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. So
there we go.
Yeah. The one correction I would make is that you assumed that the priestly body you found was the old bishop. You're not positive that he was.
You know what happens when you assume. You might be wrong.
But
actually, did we even go upstairs to see where the old bishop was? I think the one that we found, or at least I assumed it was the other guy, yeah. the imposter bishop guy.
There's a imposter among imposters.
We never went upstairs. We're on the main floor and went to the basement.
Yep, there was a portion that you did leave unexplored. It's not like the chapel's going anywhere. You could go back at any time if you so desired, but
we walked
you can never
all this
return
way
to an
now.
old level.
Yeah, but you did leave. So yeah, there was a portion left unexplored. So yeah, as was stated, you are headed in the direction of Castle Kamevrov. You've gotten past the main gate. Well, that gate, I wouldn't say it's the main gate. You've got past one gate, and you're headed up. You see the walls of Castle Kamevrov stretching before you. They're vine covered. Looks like no one's been keeping the vines in check, so they're kind of overgrowing. You all did make a request of a short rest. Who would like a short rest?
Let's do it.
I would like a short rest.
Okay, all right. So short rests, hour long.
Cover.
If you want to heal any hit points, you guys are level 3 at this point, so you do have 3 hit dice that you can spend to recover hit points. The warlock among us does get to does get to regain his spell slots because he's a warlock.
I guess.
Oh man, y'all, this is the first time that I'm ever rolling hit dice while playing D&D. The very first time, because I never get hurt. And it
Yeah, I'm
was a
playing.
3.
It's
Oh
I'm playing
boy!
a tank, and I didn't get hit last session, so
I'll have to
I
change
know.
that. Don't tell me these things.
Also, during this short rest, Corvette, you see him kind of just trying to clean off, the blood from his vests and his nice robes and tunics and whatnot. But partway through, he starts talking to his spirit. He's like Eldon, what is it? You can do that? All right, let's do this. And then he goes and looks like he's about to drop his spear, and it just vanishes. So, just yeah.
Do that.
That's cool.
What the heck?
I can make him disappear. Eldon's a great
you
person
teach
to
me?
have by. Eldon, what do you think?
No.
wanna
Why
help
do you
with
talk
this?
to your spear?
No, why would I want to teach him?
Your spear can't talk.
Actually, this one can, but only to me. So, yeah. But he doesn't want to right now. Maybe another time.
Should I be offended?
No, he's like that with everyone. I don't know how.
All right.
To be okay with me.
Yes, you have something. You're helping me.
All right.
That's why you're okay with me.
That's right.
That
Whatever that means.
snowy-haired fancy pants over there doesn't really have anything to offer me. So.
It's got 8
All right.
legs sometimes.
It's fair. But, okay.
okay. So Kadiak is going to pull Drith aside a little bit into the rest and just talk to him for a second. So, are you Urak, or what path do you follow?
What path do I follow?
Yes, I follow the Urdine path, but I've never seen someone transform into a spider like you. I'm not familiar with your path.
Oh, I don't know, man. I just kind of do what I feel like. I just kind of go where I go, and yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. Just like I can turn into a spider, I can turn into a panther, a boar. I don't know. It just kind of comes to me naturally. Do you not?
You have multiple forms.
Yes. Do you not? I assumed you could turn into
No.
like a rock or something.
No, I don't have. I haven't reached that part of my path yet, but this is confusing. I must consult with my ancestors. I've never heard of a path with multiple forms of just variety. Either a spider, a panther. What others are there?
Spider, panther. I don't know, man. It just kind of comes to me. I just kind of think of the animal, and sometimes some things are harder to turn into. I probably couldn't turn into like a big old fish or anything. But yeah, you walks around on 4 legs or 8 legs, or I think I can even do. And then Drith transforms into a giant centipede. And then yeah, he just kind of crawls around for a bit, and then he goes and transforms back. He's like, yeah, 52 legs just about from what I counted. I don't think centipede's a kind of a misnomer.
Kadiak is going to be quite concerned, but at the same time very intrigued. And Where did you learn this from again, did you say?
I don't know, people all around. Like, we grew up, like, we could just do it. A bunch of the elves could. Like, I don't know. My mom really likes to turn to eagles. That's kind of her thing. Yeah.
I see.
I don't know, man.
Well-
I think you just gotta just do like worshiping Hesram. You know, the good old dragon god. Grant you powers.
I see.
I think it's pretty neat.
So it is from
Yeah.
one of the dragons, not from your ancestors or from one of the paths.
Yes. Absolutely.
I see. That makes much more sense then. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up for me. I'm
Glad
much less
glad I could help. And then
confused
I go to pat him on the head.
Okay.
Is Mike talking?
You're
Mike's-
silent, Mike. We totally missed what you just said.
testing.
Yeah,
Testing.
So we can get
Yep.
you.
No, you're back.
Okay. Well, Kadak's gonna grab Drith's hand before it hits the head and just like, don't do that.
Okay, sorry. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. I just assumed you like head pats, and that's why your head is so low to the ground.
Shoulders are somewhat okay. Heads are not.
Are they loud enough to be
All
heard?
right.
I mean, they're just having a conversation nearby. So if you want to be hearing it, you can be. If you don't want to, then you're just like, whatever.
I assume you saw me turn into a giant centipede and walk around a little bit.
Yeah, that probably got your attention.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, okay. No more spiders, please. I don't like spiders now.
All right. You got it.
Thank you.
All right, Jelania.
I mean, I think the spider was very useful, so go ahead, be spider.
We lost Mike.
Mike, no.
We lost Mike.
Come
You know,
Oh, thank you so much.
At least when we lose Mike, it just puts me in his spot instead of shifting all of you around. But so Jelania, Piotr, Artyom, is there anything that you want to do while we're doing a short rest while we wait for Mike to reappear? Or pray that Mike reappears.
I was going to point out, Drith, I understand what it's like to be around people whose customs you don't understand. I once met a people who really liked rocks, kept them as pets. I don't like rocks. You step on them, you twist your ankle. These people really did. Some people don't like being touched on the head. Some people like to touch people on the head. It's okay. We've all got our quirks. And I accept
Whoa.
That was pretty deep, Piotr.
Thank you.
you.
That was the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
That is a little sad that no one has said anything even as like that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I people don't really like me. It's the human part of me. But I'm learning to like myself. And if Piotr likes me, then I feel like I can like myself.
There you go, friend.
All right, 1 second. We got Mike back, but I have to drop out and drop back in to get his camera. So give me a second.
Wait, no, I think I can see him now.
Here we go.
This stream brought to you by the best tech in the world.
Discord.
Oh.
The level 1 Chrome crashes.
This stream is brought to you by Comcast.
Ah.
Explains so much.
Time Warner.
Cool. Anyone else have anything they want to do during the short rest?
Wait, so Piotr. So where
Sorry,
are you
real
from?
quick, out of character thing before I forget. And end up cheating or something. That was 3d8 that we were supposed to roll for HP, correcto?
If you
Like,
wanted to,
to
you got to choose how
recover?
much you got to roll. But yeah, now you just
Get
have
to
no
choose.
more. Yeah, if you rolled all 3d8, then you have. If you take another short rest later on, you can't roll anything because
Oh.
you have 3d8 per day.
Hmm.
So.
Okay, well, I did what I did.
Team, I made a mistake.
So we're all gonna do that at some point. Or
Sorry.
I will do that at some
Back in.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
Cool.
Drift.
So Piotr, where did you learn to what do you call this thing? And I kind of point towards the loot.
Oh, this! I learned at the
Yes, that.
college.
At
The loot.
at
It's called a
college?
loot. But not the kind of looting that you do to, like, a crypt or something. For instruments. I mean, music. Yes, that's the word.
Whoa.
Yeah. Music is a magical thing, my friend. Friends.
Get-
Compatriots.
Well, I am just. You have just brought so much joy to my life in these past few moments with your playing of your lute that you got from college. So I hope to learn more about you, friend.
I hope that our journeys will bring us all close together. Or something.
Alright.
Okay.
So Drift's gonna go back and just relax.
Okay. Cool. So the hour you spend your hour resting, recouping your stamina, before you continue on your way towards the castle. So as stated before, you see the hold on. So you see the walls stretching up. They're probably like a good 20 feet tall. At the corner of each wall, there's a tower, except for in the back, like northwest corner. That just looks like where the main keep actually is attached. If you direct your attention to the Discord thingamajig, you can see.
Your stream?
Yeah, you can see what you kind of see. So I'll zoom out a little bit. So yeah, there's trees surrounding it. It looks like at one point people tried to keep the area around the walls clear. However, you can see shrubbery, bushes and stuff starting to grow in. You can see, the main gate is shattered, broken. So you can see into the castle, into the courtyard a bit. But yeah, so you are, you see that.
But the gate itself is closed?
No, the gate is shattered. I mean, the gate looks like it was closed, but it's shattered, so you can easily walk through the gate.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But
So, as we're like approaching and kind of walking in, I want to look for signs of like recent habitation, recent humanoid life,
Okay.
whether it looks like it's deserted or not.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Not the worst. That's a 12. Wow, I don't have any modifier for perception. I did not realize that.
Okay. You don't see anything recent. You do see a few older, footprints along the path. The most recent thing you see looks like maybe Barnaby took a trip up here to investigate at some point, but then didn't go too much farther in. So nothing super recent or crazy, nothing that's pointing to any super recent or crazy living humanoids.
Like, how long ago was the gate broken down? Can we tell that?
Are you an expert in gate building?
Uh, Most likely not. No.
No, you probably can't tell.
Dang it.
Stone gate?
I mean, it looks like So looking
it
at
stone?
no, it's wood. The
Alright.
local, you know this Corvette. You know that him being this guy being just a local baron. This castle isn't going to be huge. It's not going to have a lot in it. So it's just a standard wooden gate. You can look at it. You see that it's probably been broken for a while due to the fact that there are plants, some plants growing over top of it. Some of the wood is kind of rotting. You just can't tell exactly how long it's been since it was broken down.
That's all I needed.
Okay. Cool.
Ooh, Artyom.
Yes, Artyom.
I want to go ask Barnaby, because clearly he's hiding things from us.
Okay.
Which of my companions is most likely to be cooperative to terrifying a poor little gatekeeper?
Does persuasive or wait? I can be.
We could play good cop, bad cop.
All right, I'm gonna Piotr.
Blind man,
I'll be-
seeing man.
Yeah, I'll be the bad cop if you be the good cop.
Okay.
See, he can't see anything, so when he swings around with his bat, he doesn't know what he doesn't know what he hit.
I have a warhammer. Far worse than a bat.
So Piotr and Artyom, you want to go back and talk to the gatekeeper? What does everyone else feel like they want to do right now? Do they want to go in, or they want to wait for Artyom and Piotr to come back, or they want to go with them?
I want to watch.
Okay, so Drift's gonna go.
I'll
Just
kind of like stand.
Piotr.
I want to be like the silent intimidation. Like I look kind of scary, so I'll stand in the back and look kind of scary.
Okay. All right. Kadiak, Corvette, you gonna stay or you gonna go back?
I'm gonna stay near the gate and try and use some of my survival skills to see if there's any main damage or anything like that.
I'll chill with
I
him.
mean, the gate's busted.
How would survival help
It
you in
depends.
this situation?
Figuring
all
out
trying
what
to
it was that broke down the gate.
So like what clue? So like tell me what you'd be using how your survival would tell me that information.
So I will be checking for any animal tracks, or I'll be looking for more man-made damage. Checking the structure like I would if I were trying to get through a possible cave-in in a cave or around a fallen branch.
I'll give it to you. Okay, you can make a survival check for that. And then, sorry, Corvette, I missed what you want to do. Do you want to go back with them?
I'm sticking with Kadiak.
Okay, so
This
Corvette,
buddy
Kadiak,
system here.
gonna stay behind. We'll make you guys disappear momentarily. And move you guys up to the gate. So as you approach, so starting with Kadiak and Corvette for a bit, as you approach the broken gate, you can see doorways leading. Like there's a door that lead to the left and to the right that would lead inside the walls. Okay, so give me your survival check, Mike.
19.
19.
Ooh, good roll.
Okay, we'll come back to that. I wasn't expecting this, so we'll give you an answer when I've thought up an appropriate answer. I know what broke the gate. I just don't know exactly how to tell you what broke the gate. Artyom and the rest of the crew, Anya, Drith, and Piotr. So you head back to the gate, and you see that Barnaby is, he's leaning back in his chair with Drith's goose down pillow, and he's just like, man, this thing is comfy. I got the better end of that deal. And he looks as you approach, and he kind of like freezes, like, what do y'all want? You done? There were 6 of you before. Now there's only 4. Did they get eaten?
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy, and my voice is going to boom up to 3 times as loud for 1 minute.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, Barnaby, you lied to us.
Are you gonna make an intimidation check?
Yes.
Okay, give me your intimidation check. And have advantage since you're booming your voice.
Oh, good.
12.
12.
12. Lied? I ain't lied to you. I'm just...
Barnaby!
I
You knew about the gate.
Yeah, of course I knew about the gate, but you didn't ask about the gate. You just asked if I'd seen anyone in there. I haven't seen anyone.
I'm going to walk up towards him, but I'm going to, like, walk off and be, like, standing next to him, kind of staring at the wall next to him. And be like, Barnaby!
Yes, it's my name.
I'm going to turn and look at him because now I know where he is. And I'm going to pick him up and be like, what happened to the gate?
I don't know. All I know, he's pretty scared at this point. All I know is that one day, and that when I came to do my duties, there wasn't anyone here. There was just the pouch of gold waiting for me. So I went up, walked up to the gate, and it was broken. I hadn't gone up there except for a few days ago. I went back up a few days ago to go check again. I thought I'd heard something. But, you know, the gate's broken, and it's abandoned, and it's scary. I'm not exploring that place.
I'm going to look at Piotr and kind of indicate, like, hey, it's good time.
Buddy. Listen, I think we both have the same goal. I don't like it much either. But you gotta understand, we need some information.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh. We'll see.
What'd you get?
I'm adding bonuses.
Oh, you're adding bonuses? Okay.
But nothing good.
Oh.
I mean, 10.
Look, I've been really cooperative. I opened the gates. I let you through. I've been telling you everything I know. Like, I don't understand why you think I know more than I do. I just come, I dig at the gold to watch the gate, try not let anyone in. You guys said you weren't going to go inside anyway. I don't know, he says. He like, tries like pulling your hands off his shoulders. I just show up. The gold's here. No one tells me where it comes from. And one day I really hope that this whole, the mists will be gone and I can pay for stuff. I can buy some nice things for my wife, be able to pay to maybe, retire, go see my grandkids that I haven't seen in 3 years. I'm just a simple man trying to do a simple job. And I'm not going to question where my paycheck comes from. Except I wouldn't say paycheck because the concept of checks doesn't exist. So I'd probably say my pay pouch. I don't question where my pay pouch comes from. It's just, please, you've got to believe me, man. You're a priest. Aren't you supposed to be nice? Like,
Only to the righteous.
I haven't done anything wrong.
I'm gonna come up and like kind of crouch down, like, so I'm like kind of peeking in like in front of Artyom, but like I'm not pushing him out of the way. I'm just like kind of like sticking my head in there. It's like, so frightened man, you may not know that you know things, but maybe you know things without you know them. You said maybe you heard a noise. What did the noise sound like?
Screaming.
Okay, this is good. Did it sound like girls screaming or boys screaming? Did it sound like animals screaming?
It was a woman.
Death.
She sounded so sad. She just sounded so sad.
Okay. This is very sad.
But I couldn't bring myself to go past those gates. She's in there somewhere, obviously. At least she was a few days ago. She just sounds so sad.
Who is she? Where's Rachel?
I don't know. I just know that and it's not just a few days ago. Every once in a while I hear this just loud, wailing, sad screams. And it just I don't know, and it just comes from the castle, and I go up to the gate, but I can never bring myself to go past. I just there's someone in there still. I just don't know who. Maybe she's the one who's paying me. Maybe she just wants peace and quiet.
Did the Baron have like a wife or a daughter?
Baron had a wife, yeah, and a son. Yeah. But again, I haven't seen hide nor hair of any of the castle household since 3 years.
Was the Baron involved in nefarious, underhanded, underworldly doings?
How would you expect me to know that?
Barnby, you seem to be a smarter man than you think.
I'm just the
Oh
gatekeeper.
no, I don't think he's smart. I think he just see things occasionally.
I don't know. He had
It's okay,
some.
Barney. It's okay to be a coward. It's okay, because
Wait, he was
the
saying
brave
something.
ones are here now. So
Look, I'm just the gatekeeper. I don't ask questions. I just, if they come in and they have a letter approving the, that with a letter with the Baron's seal, I let them in. But hasn't had it. You're the first people to come up to this gate in years. Most of the time, I just come and sit up here and nap for 8 hours, so that way I can stay away from my shrew of a wife, and then I can go home and
Visit your
drink.
silver rifle?
we should rename this city "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" because no one does anything and no one asks anything.
We don't.
Their life be crazy for 3 years and they don't seem to mind.
I mean, we cared at first. We tried to get out, but then it just got, anyone who went into the mist didn't come back. So we just gave up. We're self-sufficient. We can provide our own food. Nearby farm provides us enough food to feed everyone. We just, figured that if the Empire really cared, they'd send someone. And they haven't sent. So we don't think the Empire cares about what happens here in Pelega Road.
I mean,
Well, all right.
probably not.
I'm done with this coward man. You go talk to him if you want more. I will go tell everyone
coward.
else.
I resent that. I am a gatekeeper.
I'm gonna give him like the darkest red tiefling glare that I can and not say a single word and just walk out.
Coward might be an accurate
Yeah,
statement.
I follow her. I was like, all right, bye, coward man.
I'm gonna.
Bye, coward man. Hope you find your dad.
I'm going to let go of him, and then pat him on the head. A friend of mine tried that earlier, and then leave.
What? All right. Well.
Are
Okay.
you
So
taking
you're
the
all
pillow with you or no?
you're all leaving. You're not taking.
No, we're leaving him behind. He's not going to be anything but a hindrance.
All right. So you
No,
come.
are you taking the pillow with him?
No, that was fairly given.
All right.
I was so tempted
I mean,
to
you
just like
probably
cut
could.
it with one of my swords, just like slice it right in half.
That would have made him very sad.
I'm not nice.
All right. So, so while they've been doing that, Cadillac and Corvette. So Cadillac, your skills. Remember what you got? You got a 12? No, you got higher than that. You got a 19.
You got a 19.
19.
You got a 19. That's right. You can tell that the damage looked man-made. Sort of. There's scarring on the wood that looks like burns, but not burns that you've seen before. It's not like fire burns, but burns of a sort. That looks like it just burst and shattered the gate on the inside. Well, not on the inside.
But it was
inwards.
blown from the inside.
No,
not
it was
the outside?
it was blown from the outside. Sorry, it shattered the gates inward. So it's from the outside, shattered the gate inward.
Well, that's fine. I say we just
Yeah,
wait for
I tell all of that to Corvette and
Yeah.
point out all the different things that I'm noticing.
Well, if anything, I feel like we should actually wait for everyone else this time. Instead of splitting up. Chapel, one thing. Castle, a bit bigger. Who knows what made that?
I'm inclined to agree with you there. So, this spear of yours, where'd you get that?
Oh, that is a story. Let's just say I found it in a cave, different cave, not a cave that we woke up in, different cave. And it's been a great help for me right now. So
It looks like a great weapon. So,
it's very
if I
nice.
might, at a less strenuous time or stressful time, I would enjoy having a look at it.
Well, if Eldon's cool with it, it's cool with you doing that. Absolutely.
So as you're talking to Kadiok about Eladin in Brayden, in your head, you hear the voice, "Shut up. You need to talk less about me. You're kind of being a little open. Like, you know,
Well, we're all in weird circumstances right now. We kind of need somebody to work with.
yeah, like you can work
I-
with them without telling them about me. We're a team here. You know,
Yeah.
remember, they're
Bigger teams.
well, yes,
Can
but you
work.
gotta, can we trust these people? If we get out of this valley, what's to stop them from turning you into the church? You're not a you're not a trained magic user. You're technically breaking the commandments. You gotta keep me on the down
Well,
low.
good thing
I'm
you're
just
the
doing this
only
for
one
your
that knows that.
protection.
And Kadiak is just seeing Corbett just like kind of talking to air as I'm doing that. We'll talk about this later. Okay? They know you're here, but we'll leave it at that.
Because I want
Okay.
them to know.
Important question. Not to interrupt your conversation with the stick.
It's a nice, fancy, silvery with rune stick. Get
Got
it?
Is there anything like that I should know as another, priestly individual, like pertaining to like any like prohibition on magical weapons?
No, I mean, it's just that that to be able to be a
Okay,
sanctioned.
that's all I.
Yeah, no,
That's all
no.
I needed to know
Yeah.
because I haven't heard any of this conversation. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make certain that as a priest, I wasn't like out.
No, there's no prohibition on magical weapons. It's the fact to be a spellcaster, you have to be trained in the school of sorcery. But you haven't seen anything to suggest otherwise that Brayden's not trained.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
Cool. All right. So you all come back. Are you guys doing anything else before the rest of the team comes back, or you're just waiting for them? Kadiak and Corvette?
I think we're waiting.
Okay.
Waiting, chatting.
Okay. So everyone else comes back. You see Kadiak and Corvette just sitting there chatting away. And they're so are you gonna inform them what you learned about the gate?
Yes.
Oh yeah. The guardman, he
Yes.
only guard the outside. Apparently there's a lady who scream on the inside and he doesn't mind. It makes him sad, but he doesn't say anything. He didn't go inside to check. But there is a lady inside who scream and cry a lot.
Lady. It might be a monster. Just saying.
Kadiak is gonna start humming that lullaby about the
skull smashing?
way to kill an undead again. Yes, the skull smashing lullaby.
Dwarf children must be
Not
really
very
scary.
comforting lullaby.
Okay. All right. So
Right.
are you guys gonna go in?
So, yes.
Okay.
We shall.
So as stated,
But I figure-
you can see into. So I'll zoom forward a bit, so you can see. So you can see into the courtyard a bit. You see, there's a door. Right inside the gate. There's a door to the left. There's a door to the right that you assume leads into the walls, so you can walk around inside the outer walls. There's also, you can see a door on the far side leading into the main keep. You can kind of see the wall. You can also see kind of another outer building inside the courtyard. Where do you want to go first?
Important question. What time is it? Like what time of day?
About mid-afternoon. It's getting towards,
Okay.
yeah. About mid-afternoon.
Corbett,
A
you can
plot
detect
appropriate
magic,
time.
right?
Oh, oof, bad timing. After that fight, some things changed, and I just don't have the ability to detect the magic right now. Sorry. Really bad timing, I know.
You're going first.
No, I'm the warlock. Yeah,
Wait,
I'm the
okay.
warlock.
How much rest
I'm-
have we had in between the last fight and now? Just that 1 hour?
Just that 1 hour.
Hmm. And
I'm
I'm
So
sorry,
if
I
we are
missed
going
the
to
time.
encounter a very angry woman in this castle, I can go first because maybe she will be less angry to see another woman. I don't know.
Or we
Some
can
women
fight
who are
together.
stuck alone in a house for a long time get very angry about men. Not speaking from experience, but
Okay. All right.
Here's the
I
door.
offer to
You
go
may use it.
first if you want.
I need for me.
Are
Women and
there any
dwarves.
animals about?
Animals? No, there are no animal. You can clearly detect that no animal has really set foot even within like a mile of this place in a long time. Like you even get the sense that like Drith even gets the sense that not even the plants really want to grow closer. They just don't really have anywhere else to go, and so they grow closer, but not because they want to. RTM. You don't have to wait.
Um,
Hey guys, something's up with the plants here. They don't seem to want to grow closer, even though they don't want to grow closer, but they do, even though they don't want to. It's bizarre.
All right. Well, if everybody promises to not like get killed, then I will cast Detect Good and Evil. I think it's actually called Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
Because alphabetical. For the duration, you know there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there's a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt, and its concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay, you
So for
detect.
10 minutes, I can detect the boogeyman.
Okay, you detect nothing nearby at this time.
But nothing wants to grow nearby. Then what? I'm not detecting any evil that's like preventing animals and plants and stuff.
You don't
Maybe it's
detect.
Castle walls might be more than 3 feet of snow or stone.
Yeah. So yeah, you're having a hard time detecting through the castle walls, as well as I mean, you're not detecting a desecration spell or a consecration spell. I guess you could probably be detecting that something dark and evil has happened here, but that's pretty
Yay.
much the best you can get out of that.
It smells like evil.
Hmm.
Well,
Something wicked this way comes.
I'm going to walk through the gate,
Okay, so you're going
but
first.
I'm
Same.
like pause right in front and be like, "You said ladies first,
Yes.
women and dwarf
Let's
first."
go.
Okay. So Anya, since you're leading the way, do you want to go through one of the doors? Or do you want to go into the courtyard?
Let's look around the courtyard first.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
So you walk into the
I'll follow
courtyard.
right behind her.
So you can see into the courtyard. You see off to the northeast-ish. You see like an outer building. You're guessing probably it was either the servants' quarters or the barracks. To the left, you see the outside forge. You see hay, where people would have put up horses. You see the well. You also see the door leading into the main keep, as well as that pile of sticks over there. That was there mostly for flavor and less than because it was important.
You mentioned the pile of sticks. That must mean there's something important. In the pile of sticks. I turn around to the group. What are we looking for exactly?
An angry woman or
Wailing
a
woman?
dead woman.
We're just looking for the woman. But why did we come here in the first place exactly? What are we looking for in this castle?
Oh, aren't we following? What's
The trail of the imposters.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The last imposter, right? We think, maybe.
You hope.
Undo
I
the
don't know.
dragon's breath that is the mist that is covering this land.
Oh,
Alright,
yes,
I
the
want to go
dragon spit.
through the one
The
that
spit.
looks like the front door.
Okay.
Whichever one looks like the most. Given my knowledge of buildings and important buildings, I want to go through the door that looks like the most important door.
Okay. So that would be
The one that looks like that goes like a great hall or something.
yeah. So
Yeah, where like the shortest route from us to like important information would be.
Okay. So you open the
Yeah.
door. So you're going into the main keep. So you open the door. You walk in. Hold on. Let me.
There's blood.
Yeah. So you
More
see.
blood.
So
as
yeah, you enter
soon-
into the Great Hall. This is probably since this is a smaller keep, this is probably one where they had their meals, as well as where they held audiences. Since it's smaller, on a more local level.
Aw, baby hall.
But yeah, so you enter in, and so yeah, you do see bloodstains on the floor. You see again a door leading to the northeast. Up northwest, a door leading to the northeast, as well as a door to this, south that you would, and two doors, a door to the south, two doors to the south, one that you would assume would lead to the kitchens, the other would lead into the walls. You would assume. I'm
As soon
assuming
as-
everyone else follows her.
I want to
Yes.
look in the water.
Wait,
So
yeah. Before that happens, Drith is gonna go like up to the well, and he's gonna like spread his arms out, like kind of gesturing to it. He's gonna look at everyone and is gonna say, "Well, what do you think?"
I'm gonna push you in the well.
So Artyom, you're seriously looking at the well. What are you looking for?
Well,
I don't know. I was hoping there might be something cool in the well. Can I try?
Give me a perception check.
So I'm guessing that it's just like your stereotypical well, where it's the big blocks, and then you've got the little like roof thing on the top, and the crank.
Yep.
I'm gonna like fumble around on the side of it till I find the crank, and I'm going to crank it up. Oof. I got an ocho. An
Okay.
8.
You don't see anything interesting in the bottom of the well.
I don't see anything anyway. I just smell things.
okay. I am going to.
Hey, Chris, what do you see?
Yeah, that brings up a good point. Do you smell anything?
It smells
Yeah.
like
So I'm going to cast Produce Flame and kind of just throw it down the well. I can go for like 30 feet, and it gives 10-foot vision around the flames.
Okay,
so I'm
so
going to do
there-
that to try to look down the well to see if there's anything down there.
Okay, so it does, go down quite a ways before eventually hits
Oh,
water.
jeez, I got a.
I mean, there's no reason to roll to throw fire down a well.
I
but-
got a 4.
Well, it's a good thing that it's not like you have to roll to throw fire down a well. So the fire does go down a ways, but eventually before it hits water. So Artyom, you can smell the smell of stagnant water that's probably just been sitting at the bottom forever.
This well sucks.
No.
However,
No.
give me a perception check, Drith.
Okay. I got a. What's my perception? Is gonna be plus. I got a 14.
You notice something sparkle as the light of your flame catches it at the bottom of the well. Before your
It's a mimic.
There's
Don't do
something
it, it's a
sparkly at the
mimic.
bottom of the well.
Yep, something sparkling at the bottom of the well.
Hey, Artyom. I know this probably doesn't mean much to you. I don't really know when you lost your vision, but there's something sparkly at the bottom of the well. Sparkle is like when it's kind of like it's shiny at different times, and like
Shiny
it
from
really
the
is shiny. Like it like
Yeah.
lights up.
Oh, okay. Well, let's pull
Oh,
it up
jeez.
and Maybe it's gold.
It's like it smells really. It smells like onions, but with your eyes.
Huh? Sparkly sounds awful.
It smells like
Well,
onions.
pull it up.
It's not. It's really. I mean, it's good.
Oh, so like.
Okay.
We now learn
can I
that
try,
Drift
like,
is really into
there, like,
onions.
axe or whatever? Is there like a bucket on there? I can try to like.
Yeah, there's a bucket that you could try to. Give me.
Hey, if it's anything cool, let's not tell the others till we know what it is.
Okay, give me a dexterity check to attempt to maneuver the bucket in such a way to bring it up. And just a reminder to Artyom, Zhelanya,
geez.
Corvette, and Drith, you do have inspiration that you haven't used.
Okay.
I gotta use it when I'm about to die.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
right.
used to having inspirations.
What does that do? Does it add?
Oh,
Like,
sweet!
plus,
I got
like, a
a dirty 20.
I'll answer your question in a second, Corvette. All right.
Advantage.
You somehow managed to get this bucket to shake around, by raising it and lowering it, raising it and lowering it, to the point where you feel like it's going to scoop up whatever is shining down there. And you eventually reel it up, and in the bottom of the bucket, besides some nasty kind of greenish water, you see a ring. It's made of gold. I mean, it's tarnished a little bit at this point because it's probably been sitting in the bottom of the well for a long time, but it's made of gold. It has some diamonds on it. So you see a ring.
All right, Artyom, there's a ring in here. What do you think? Should we trust it?
No. Let's put it in a pocket till I have a chance to cast Detect Magic on it. And don't tell the others.
I'm just gonna carry around the bucket.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hear the sloshing of the bucket. I'm gonna reach out, grab your shoulder, and pull you back, and be like, "Hand me the ring, please. We don't need the bucket."
Gonna hand him the ring.
Okay. Yeah, I give him the ring.
Okay.
Neat. Do I feel like any good or evil vibes?
Nope. No good or evil
Okay.
vibes.
I'm gonna carefully pocket it, and I'm gonna look at Driss and be like, "Till we know if it's bad."
Okay. So you're gonna go into the Great Hall with the rest of your friends.
Yes.
All right.
I am. I don't know about him.
Are you
He
joining?
might play with the bucket.
Are you joining?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going in there.
All right. So you all go into the
I'm
Great Hall.
joining them.
So
We're just
the
standing
four
here.
people, the four people who've been in the
What?
Great Hall. Is there anything that you want to do while they're all, being Gollum out on the well?
I
Look
head
under the
towards
tables. Go ahead.
Nope, you go.
I was just gonna look under the tables, see if there's signs of bodies, what's going on with the blood, that kind of thing. That's all.
I won't make you roll for this because it's pretty obvious. Clearly there was a battle here at some point. There are scorch marks everywhere. You're guessing that there was some flinging of magic. So you're guessing that there was some flinging of magic, people dying. Not sure exactly, but there was clearly a fight here at some point. That
But no
involved magic.
bodies?
But no bodies. Which
Great.
should tell you a lot about the kind of magic that was used.
My favorite.
Are there piles of ashes or just no bodies?
Just no bodies.
Nobody.
Cadillac is going to continue humming about smashing skulls.
I'm gonna head towards what I think would be towards the bed chambers, or just the chambers where the lord of this estate would live and stuff. I think it's top left, but
Yeah.
would Corbett know?
Yeah, you'd be pretty familiar. So you walk over here.
And as I do so, before I get there, as I'm walking across, I summon Eladin, but instead of a spirit, it's actually a bow, a silver longbow.
So you approach
And so, yeah.
you approach this door and you open it. You can see in there. You see the stairs. Walking inside, you see stairs leading up. You see a trapdoor, and you see spiderweb torch out.
I back up away from this, out of the room. I see the spider webs. Like, nope, not doing that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Corvette, what's in there?
Stairs up and down and spider webs. I do not want more spiders, guys. Please.
Like big spider webs or just, no one's been in here for 3 years spider webs?
How big were they?
More like along the cobweb side.
Okay.
Not like the giant
Okay.
spider webs you saw in the tomb.
Okay.
Okay. They're now that I think about it, not so big, but better to be safe than sorry.
Kadiak will go first. He'll get his maul out and mumble to Corvette as he passes, definitely want to look at that weapon. And then just head in and start clearing out the spider webs with his maul.
You are earning yourself some inspiration, Kadiak, by the way.
Again?
I want just come up like next to Corvette. Should we go up or down first? The last place we found things in the basement.
I feel
So
like
up
they're-
Or you mean down?
Could be.
what about the other
Because
doors?
last time we went in the basement and it took us here and we never went up. So maybe if we go up first, then we'll go and find the secret tunnel in this place.
Yeah. Let's do that. Go up.
Wait. What about the other doors?
Mm.
We can always come back.
Should we split up? It's worked out before.
Yeah.
All right.
It might
Well-
not work out.
What if we
as
just
well
check
as
the
you
two
think.
southern doors real quick? Because my guess is they're probably like storage closets. Maybe dead bodies.
Call an
Okay.
emergency meeting.
Let's check those.
Okay,
and-
really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Really quick.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Check the doors really
Ten.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do this real
I'm
quick.
tripping over all of the tables apparently.
Sorry. Boom. So you walk in here.
I'm like gonna
Can't you have to just-
stand with like my foot on the trap door, just make sure it doesn't open.
Okay. So the first door that you open, this is the kitchen. There's another trap door in here. Some spider webs, a torch that the DM forgot to rotate. Yeah. So yeah, this is the kitchen. There's some storage boxes, some old food, like fireplace that clearly hasn't been lit in years.
Whew! It's stanky in here. Something died.
And through this door, you see it's a long hallway leading to another door. You're guessing you're inside the walls at this point, the outer walls.
What if we take half of the team and we go down this trap door here, and the other half of the team goes down that trap door up there, and we meet in the middle?
I believe we're going up first.
Oh, you're right. We are going up. Okay.
Okay. Up you go. Are we all in accordance, in agreement?
Yep.
Yes.
Onwards and
Kadiak
upwards.
is also just going to not mention how RTM is able to see the doors and know where they are and see the trap door.
I'm in a big stone building. I've got echolocation going on right now.
Okay. So moving you all up the layer.
Good and evil radar, right?
Yeah. I can tell where you guys are because you give off semi sort of evilish good radar. And it
I mean, I
pings
guess
off.
I might give off a little bit of fiend. 'Cause I'm
Just a
part
tiny
fiend.
bit.
I give off
Alright.
a little
A
bit
little
of
bit.
celestial.
So it's
So,
been.
I know where.
Say it's
I could triangulate where everyone is based off of Jelania and Corbin.
all right. As you head up these stairs, Artyom, your detect good and evil goes off. There's undead, about 10 feet ish or so above you.
I sense evil above.
Evil.
Evil. Undead.
So, thank
Specifically
you.
because
many.
my spell says that.
Hey.
Yeah.
You detect one.
One, and I know where the creature is located, so if I popped up and he wouldn't be able to surprise me.
That'd be correct. You know that.
Hey, do you know what kind of creature? Is it ringing any bells? And then I wink at him.
Yes, it's undead. No, I don't think it's ringing very many bells.
Oh,
I was just thinking, like,
oh geez, that was so bad. Someone
maybe-
left.
is that a Toll the Dead reference?
peeked
And then I was
out.
like, oh wait, no, it's even worse.
Oh, we lost Mike again.
We unlost the mic.
We unlost the mic, but I have to disconnect and reconnect to get his camera back. Oh, give me 1 second, guys.
How you do this?
Oh jeez.
Oh, gee whiz.
All right, Mike, you need to activate your
Oh,
camera
gee
again.
willikers, you guys.
Mike, have you activated your camera again? Mike! Brother Bird.
Oh, Michael boy, the pipes, the pipes.
Our bard is filling in the time for us, and take it away. Piotr.
Impromptu concert right now. Drop a set.
Alright, so while we're waiting for him to get his act together, I'll keep explaining. Just recognize that your DM has shifted to the right on your screens. So you
So
see.
we want to face this thing right away. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. So you see, when you come up, kind of a hall area. You see, one room directly in front of you guys as you come up. Another room, directly to the south. You do see a set of stairs leading up, and again the stairs that led down.
So do we want to go and get this thing by ourselves right now? Or do we want to wait for it to find us when it hears that we're here?
Good
Whatever.
question.
Super sneaky.
Okay. Cool. We got Mike back.
When
Cool.
you-
Well, I say we go see what it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't detect anything else, at least not within 30 feet, so I guess we could go up and try and squish it really fast.
Try and squish it.
Yeah,
All right.
Patrick, real quick, out of character, can I use a second level spell that I got from leveling up, or do I have to wait for a long rest to prepare it?
You can use a second level spell you got from leveling up since you haven't had the opportunity for a long rest.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace on all of us,
Ooh.
and so I'll pull up exactly the description. But it's a nice one. Basically, we're just all gonna get +10 to our stealth rolls, so I thought that might be good for.
All right, sneak mode, guys.
So you're all going
So
upstairs.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Pass without trace. Great spell.
Are we sneaking upstairs?
Yes. I would say let's sneak.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm really glad I got that +10.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, everyone roll your stealth.
That'll be 20 in total, not natural.
Okay.
And we add 10 on top, right?
22 for me.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 on top.
27.
Piotr, Artyom,
I
and
got
Anya?
a 14 because I rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Oof.
Oh.
we're all dead. 13.
I got
What I rolled.
19.
Okay, we will wait to see what the consequences of the nat 1 was.
We are gonna die, gonna die.
So
Don't
Art,
you have inspiration? Can't you
I
undo our shit?
do.
That no shit.
do you
Is
want
that
to
a
use,
bardic inspiration?
do you want to use your
I
inspiration?
guess
Oh,
I
yeah.
can use that. Sure. That then becomes 25.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
So you walk up the stairs rather stealthily. You don't disturb any of the dust. You don't do anything.
We didn't even.
Artyom,
start
you
the
can
clock.
detect that it is from where you currently are on the map. It is 15 feet through that wall to the right side of the screen.
Boy, if only I was like a 15th level druid, I would just open this wall and be like, surprise!
But the only way, there's the door to the south. That's the only way through.
It's
Well-
through this wall. Like 15
I'm-
feet. That
Is it
way.
a strong enough wall that I couldn't just break it down? Is it a stone wall or a wood wall?
It's a stone wall.
We could
How
just
thick of
open the
stone?
door. We could go
You're the dwarf,
around
you talk
and
to the
just
rock.
open the door.
It's like, if you really want
I
to
thought
try
we
to
were being
break the
sneaky.
wall down, you can.
If we're sneaking, I feel like breaking down a wall is really obvious. So if we
Kinda-
could just
kinda can't.
go
That's a
around.
good point. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Sneak.
Be very sneaky. Now get sledgehammers and break this wall.
All right. So you're going around. So you go through.
Get the breaching charge.
You see several doors. You see a door to the south, door to the east, door to the north, that leads towards the undead.
Let's keep doing it.
Oh, that.
Through the
Go ahead.
undead door.
All right. So as you approach the undead door, you hear
I
crying
will.
and weeping.
Okay. As I hear that, I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on Anya.
Okay, tell me exactly what it does, so that way I know.
So it's 10 minutes concentration. I take some holy water and iron, which I have, and like slap her shoulder. Until the spell ends, so 10 minutes. One willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, one of them being undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
And then everything else is just you get advantage on the rolls if you're already charmed, frightened, or possessed.
So you did mention earlier that of Jelania going first to talk to the woman. So do you want Jelania to be the first one in the room, or Anya to you guys? Do you want Anya to be the
I'll
first in the room?
try.
Aye, Lenny.
Alright. So Anya slowly opens the door and walks in, and you.
I don't want to be seen right away.
You
I
don't
want
want
to
to be
be
seen right away?
sneaking.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
you did roll high enough on your stealth check that you just see from what she's an ethereal looking. She's obviously a ghost of some sort. She's just kneeling on the ground, and you see in her hands what looks like an ethereal teddy bear. She's blue. Like what you'd imagine, like a stereotypical ghost. She's blue. Here, let me zoom in so you can get a better look of what's going on here. She's blue, whitish, see-through, and she's just sitting in the center. She's sitting on her floor and crying, looking around the room. This candlestick is unusually large. You see that the room is, it was a child's room at one point. You see children's books on the shelves. You see, the chest in front of you is full of children's toys. It's a singular, smaller bed. This was a child's room, and this woman is, is just sitting here, and then, this ghost is sitting here and weeping in the center of it. She doesn't appear to have noticed you.
Okay. But it's not a kid, it's like an adult woman.
Yeah, it's an adult woman. She's, dressed based upon her garb, it looks like she was probably of noble upper class as well.
Okay. So, I just opened my character sheet and I saw an ability that I got at level 3 that I forgot that I had.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do feel like this is so dumb. I'm gonna use disguise self to disguise myself to look like a little boy. I can only make myself like a foot shorter, so like 10-year-old kid or thereabouts in kind of like nobly clothes or whatever. And then I'm gonna go and sit down next to her.
Okay.
And just be like, Mommy, why are you crying?
The ghost kind of stops.
And like try and sound like a little boy.
Okay, give me a deception check with advantage for the disguised self. But usually opposed by her insight.
Okay.
Pull up the stat block real quick.
Oh, why am I not why am I not deceptive? It's a 15.
Okay. So she kind of pauses and turns and looks at you. Reaches out her ghostly hands. Liam. Liam, is that you? My beautiful boy. She reaches her hands out towards you and like looks like she's trying to cup your face with her hands, and you feel as she's getting closer to you that she's cold. Like you feel cold just emanating from her hands.
Okay. I'm gonna try so super hard to just say very still and just ask again, why are you crying? What is so sad?
Because they took you. Are you going to let her touch your face?
Yeah.
Okay. So as she touches your face, you just feel this cold shock run through you. And you take...
Oh.
Take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Holy crap. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot.
She's just,
That's
she's
a lot.
sitting there and holding your cheeks, and she starts like stroking them. You don't take any more damage after this, but she's like stroking your face. They
Jesus,
took you. Your father couldn't uphold his end of the bargain, so they took you instead.
Who was it?
The mean people. Mean people in the purple robes. The silver masks. They took you.
Do we hear this outside? Just wondering.
Give me a perception check to see if you're able to hear what's going on.
Nat 20, baby.
23.
Oh.
If you get, I'm just gonna say,
9.
if you get above a 10, you can hear what's going on. It's not, they're not being particularly quiet. It's just like,
Okay.
so. Kadiak has no clue what's going on.
Okay, I can hear.
Okay. So she said, so this one, is crying. She goes, how are you back? How'd you get back?
I got away. I ran away as fast as I could, but now I am looking for father. Where did he go?
Why do you want to see that man? He's the reason they took you.
Why? What did he do?
You don't need to worry about that, my son, she says, as she just keeps stroking your cheeks. You don't need to worry, because we're together again.
I'm gonna say, Mama, I am not a little child anymore. You can tell me things. I can help now.
but you're my sweet little boy.
Not anymore.
She's starting to get angry. No, you're my sweet little boy. And you will be forever. All right, everyone. She starts wailing. I need everyone to give me a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Okay, yes. Okay. That's a dirty
did a
20
cool
for
thing.
me.
All right, so let me go. So Dejana got a dirty 20. Artyom,
14.
14.
19.
19 for Drith. Kadiak,
19.
19. Corbin,
16.
16. Piotr,
No, not a nat 20. Literally the opposite. Nat 1.
Piotr, you have been so as you hear Piotr, the as this woman starts to get louder, you just hear this loud ringing in your head. And you grab your ears as you feel you feel drops of blood start coming out of your ears, and you grab your head, and you can't take the pain anymore, and you drop to the ground to 0 hit points and unconscious.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Artyom, yes,
Can I use my reaction to turn undead?
no, not at this time.
Am I being risen from the dead?
Yeah, so yeah, you're unconscious. We have unconscious. So the Banshee is looking at Anya. Why do you want to leave? Why do you want to grow old? Why do you want to leave me?
I don't want to, Mama, but it just happens.
All right. And with that, we're gonna take our break a little bit early, and we will resume when we come back. So we take about 5 minutes, and we'll be back.
Dang.
So
Right.
initiative rolls is next. Great.
But Silhana took. Hey guys, we're back, and yeah, we just left off them being prepared to confront a banshee, and
We who are about to die, salute you.
everyone roll initiative.
Oh, wait, I'm unconscious.
You still roll initiative.
Oh.
It's gonna be a solid 6 for Drith.
9 for Kadiok.
The 7 for Jelania.
Solid 8 for Piotr.
Corvette,
20 from Corbett.
Artyom.
Show off.
3.
Seriously, I'm the
Oh
only one
my
above
God.
10, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Ouch.
And I even have bad
All right.
decks.
So this is going to be the turn order. The turn order will be Corvette, followed by Kadiok.
Ooh.
Followed by Corvette, followed by Kadiok, followed by Piotr. Followed by Jelania. Followed by Drith. Followed by the Banshee. And then followed by Artyom.
At least she rolled low.
All right, Corvette, you're up with Kadiok on deck.
Oof. All right. So because Piotr is down, let me see real fast. Is that a healing hands is an action? Okay. So what I do is I cast as a bonus action Hexblade's Curse on the Banshee.
Okay.
And then for my action, I run over I kneel down next to Piotr and cast Healing Hands. And I heal him 3 hit points.
Okay. Piotr, you are no longer unconscious.
And then, let's see. I
You have
back away slightly. I still want to like see the Banshee, but I back away a little bit. You know, I don't need to be that
Like,
close. I'm
to
close.
here. That's
Yeah.
very much as far as you can get and still see the Banshee.
Yep, that'll work.
All right. Kadiok, you're next with Piotr on deck.
Kadiok is going to enter into his battle trance. You all see him shift the way he's standing a little bit and the way he walks, and hear echoes of just rumbling in his chest. Just little growling noises almost. As he takes his maul and runs in to attack the Banshee. For those who have haven't figured it out. That's his rage. So bonus action to rage, then he's going to attack.
Okay. Roll to hit the Banshee.
That'll be 12 to hit.
That will hit. Actually, that will hit.
Woohoo!
Ooh. Low AC. Here we go.
And that'll be
No, let's see.
13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So you swing your normal hammer, your normal maul through. She kind of flinches back and recoils. You can tell you've done some amount of damage, but not as much as you could have done.
It's better than not anything. That's so much better than not anything.
It is now the turn of Piotr with Jelania on deck.
Let's see if I get closer to dying or closer to living. Closer to dying.
No,
you're
You're up. You got healed by
You
three.
have 3 health.
You got healed by 3 for 3 hit points. So you're up.
Oh, how did I miss that?
I healed you.
Well,
You were dead.
Definitely got closer to becoming.
you're
wait.
there.
In that case, I need to. Okay, so I have 3 HP. Who needs Bardic Inspiration? No one? All right.
I was like, not me.
decide.
I'm just trying to think, and my brain's not thinking. I'll just hold my action. I've got another idea for later.
So okay, all right. You're gonna hold your action. You can so when you hold your action, you can take it at any time during the initiative order, but you have to take an action before the round ends. All right, Anya, it's your turn with Drith on deck.
All right, so I was kind of sitting on the floor. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna circle around this lady, kind of like flashing my swords. I've got my swords right here. And I'm gonna try and like flank with Kadiak. Still as this little boy. I was like, I'm growing up, Mama.
Little Liam.
And I'm gonna attack her twice.
Okay, roll for your first hit.
That should be a
Oh
crit
boy.
for that wound. To the heart.
So with advantage, that's really not good. That's a 9
That will miss.
for the first one.
Roll your second attack.
Oh wow, and an 8 for the second one.
Both miss.
That was a 1 and a 4, and then a 2 and a 3.
Okay. All right. That will. Yep.
At least I had a good line there.
It is now the turn of Drith with the Banshee on deck.
So I am going to just kind of, I'm gonna walk into the room, just kind of like brushing past Artyom and be like, "Excuse me, good sir." But I'm gonna just be in there. I want to kind of like stay away from her. But I'm gonna look right at the Banshee and say, "Hey, you're one hot mama," and then I'm gonna cast Produce Flame and throw it at her.
Okay. Roll the hit.
It's 24.
Okay, that will hit. Roll for damage.
What did
Did you
you attack
psychic
her with?
damage instead of fire damage?
3.
Just like
You
That's what
rolled
we all
3.
get.
All right. Fire
Yeah.
doesn't seem to hurt her much either. But all right, Banshee is going to turn to Kadiak and say, "Leave my son alone!" and reach out. As she says that, I need everyone who's in the room except for Jelania to give me a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
way to go, protection.
It's gonna
I
be a
know.
4 for me.
15.
Okay, so Drith is now frightened of the Banshee for 1 minute. And Kadiak, you are immune to the horrifying visage for the next 24 hours. She rolls to attack, and she gets a definite miss with her attack. It is now the turn of Artyom with Corvette on deck.
Sent you a message, by the way. Check that really quick.
Free action in response, Kadiak is just going to speak in his native tongue, which none of the rest of you understand. So I will
Oh,
send
we
it
do
to
what you're
Patrick what it
doing.
says.
Yeah, I saw your message, Adam. Give me a second.
Wait, what language are you speaking in?
Norsean. So it's
Okay.
yeah. It's the common language of the northern half of the continent, or northern country on the continent, but it's different enough from Mordviren that y'all don't understand it, apparently.
Sorry, I did not. Sorry, I did not get that ready in time, Adam. I did not realize we
You're fired.
needed that. That's my
Move me
bad.
into the room, and I'm going to cast Word of Radiance, which I utter divine word, and a burning radiance erupts from me. Each creature of my choice that I can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage. Nope, that's too close to the Banshee. I don't want to be that close. I just said move me into the room.
Okay, sorry. All right. So what's the DC for the Constitution saving throw?
8 plus 4 plus 1 is 13.
Okay, she fails.
Landed on my mouse. Got 2.
This seems to be more effective than everything else that you have tried up to this point. Even more effective than normal. She kind of like super recoils back from you and lets out like another shrieking hiss thing. Okay, it is now Corvette's turn. With unless there's anything you want to do, any more movement or bonus action, RTM.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, it is now Corvette's turn with.
Did Piotr want to take his action?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Piotr,
yes.
you need to take your action.
I'm going to cast Bane. She needs to succeed on a charisma saving throw, or whenever she makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, which is. Wait, where is the duration? I know it's up there. Okay, 1 minute. She must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay, she fails.
DC is 14.
Yeah, she failed. Trust me, she failed. She failed, and it is the turn of Corvette with
Okay.
Kadiak on deck.
So as a bonus action, after healing, make sure Piotr's all right, I turn my attention towards the Banshee. As a bonus action, I cast Branding Smite. The next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, I deal an extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Perfect.
Which becomes visible if it's invisible and sheds light in 5-foot radius.
Okay.
So that's also concentration. So Anya, your protection spell ends because that was also concentration. So I draw an arrow into an Eladin and fire at the Banshee.
Okay. Roll the hit.
What does inspiration do, by the way?
You can use it. Oh, I forgot to answer. You can use it to give yourself advantage or to give a teammate advantage.
I'm going to use it for advantage. So that was a 2. Okay. That's a 5 plus. What's my 7? So 12.
That will hit. So roll for your
What?
damage. That hits.
That hits. Okay. So 1d8. Where's the 8? There's the 8. So 8. So my physical damage is 9 because of Hexblade's curse, and then the radiant damage is 7.
So the arrow, the magic arrow from Eladin, hits the banshee and seems to do regular damage to the banshee. Yeah, and then so you hit and you do damage with your magic. And anything else you're doing with your turn?
That is all.
All right,
I'm staying back there. I'm staying right where I'm at.
Sounds good. Kadiak, it's your turn with Piotr on deck.
Did you do the branding smite damage? I missed that.
Yeah, he did.
That was
Okay.
yeah, the radiant
Okay,
damage.
sorry.
So that was 7.
Kadiak is going to be continuing to speak in Norsean as he attacks again with his maul. And he is going to use his... no, I've got advantage because Jelania is flanking, right? So that will be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
And that gives me 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. It
And
doesn't seem to be as effective as you would hope.
Okay. As he hits that, he's going to start speaking in common because he recognizes that there are others in the room with him as his trance widens a little bit and says, "The Urdine path shall not allow you to pass."
Okay. All right. Piotr, it is your turn with Anya on deck.
You're cutting out on your mic.
Sorry, Piotr, it's your turn, Piotr, with Anya on deck.
I'm going to hand off a die of bardic inspiration to Kadiak.
Okay. Anything else? Movement, bonus action.
I don't know.
Well, bardic
No.
inspiration is the bonus.
Oh yeah, bonus.
action.
Yeah, so movement. You still have an action, so you could
Oh,
attack,
yeah,
cast
that's
a spell.
I guess I'll attack with my rapier. Wait, I'm close to death. I'm gonna chill.
You have spells, Ian.
I do. I want to save my slot.
You have cantrips.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Joke's on you. I don't have any spell slots back from last time.
It's like
I mean, I have second level spells.
I am going to wait. What's everyone's HP at?
Full.
I'm like halfway down.
Full.
I mean, you're at 3 hit points, Mr. Piotr.
Yeah. Know what? Wouldn't that be helpful? I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself because
Can't cast Healing Word. Healing Word is a bonus action. You used your bonus action to give out the inspiration.
right. Okay. I don't know what to do right now. Okay, I'm just gonna chill then.
You have a handy cantrip called, what is that bard cantrip everyone takes?
Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery?
Oh yeah. I guess I could do that again.
You
Did I
could
not?
do that for the first time.
I swear I just did it last turn.
You were down.
You were down. You cast Bane.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yes, I will do the Vicious Mockery thing. I was literally looking at that, and I was like, I literally just did that. I get.
You better have a really good roast, or you're not going to do any damage.
Listen here, you ugly hag. Why don't you stop screaming? Because it hurts, and it made me go unconscious.
I feel no pain.
Good, it wasn't aimed at you.
So I have to make a DC. What is it? 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Is it my spell DC? 14.
Yeah. Okay. I failed. Roll your damage.
Where is that die? Trace.
All right. That is effective. She kind of recoils back from your slur of insults clearly very offended. It is now Anya's turn with Drith on deck.
Okay. I just keep yelling, Mama, stop! And I keep attacking her. Oh no, that one is bad. What's the other one? Okay, that's a 21 to hit.
Okay, 21 will
Okay,
hit.
first
Weird
one.
relation.
And then a 22 for the second one.
Okay, that will also hit.
Okay, so. Wow. Double ones on the damage dice. So that's 8 total slashing damage.
Okay. So again, you know, passes through. She kind of like shimmers as your blades pass through. It's clearly not as efficient as it could be.
Yeah.
And it is now Drith who is frightened. So Drith has to spend his entire turn just getting as far away from her as possible.
A wild shape into a female deer and then sprint away. He gets 50 feet. So I guess dash action. So it's gonna be 100 feet away. So he's down the stairs, I think.
I'd like to see a
As
deer. I'd like to see a deer walk down the stairs.
He just trips and just like bam down the stairs.
Oh my god.
They're not nearly as uncoordinated as you think.
Why can you see him? You should
They walk up and down mountains.
That was only 7, so you have a lot more to go. 7. That's like 20 feet of movement. You're just gonna like, you're gone. You're no longer in this fight. You're out. All right. You can make a. You can make a. At the end of your turn,
Dash.
you can make a. You can make a wisdom saving throw to try to break it.
15.
Okay, you do succeed on the wisdom saving throw. You are back to normal. You're no longer afeared, but you're now down the stairs and in deer form.
You're not a feared, you're a deer.
All right. The Banshee is going to reach out and make an. The Banshee's going to let her scream out again, and it is now Artyom who needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me? What about Kadiak?
Kadiak
He's
already
there
made
too.
it, and Kadiak made it
I'm
and
immune.
succeeded, so he's immune. Oh, and Jelania, you
I
now
do
need to
as
make
well?
it too.
Jelania.
You have to make it because you're no
Yeah.
longer protected.
Sorry.
So wait.
He
doesn't-
here, he doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, it's a DC 13 wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 14, so I just barely got that.
Same.
14.
All right, so you both are not frightened. You are immune for the next 24 hours. And the
Mama, stop!
the Banshee reaches out to attack Kadiak again, saying, "Leave my son alone!" and hits Kadiak for a crap ton of damage. Hits Kadiak
I feel like I'm
for
only avoiding damage because I look like a little boy.
18 points of necrotic damage to Kadiak.
Oh.
And
I
it
can
is
take it.
now Artyom's turn with Corvette on deck.
I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon as my bonus action. I create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration. Or until I cast a spell again, the duration is 1 minute. When I cast a spell, I can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. As a bonus action, I can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. So, right next to Anya, I pop up this magical warhammer that decides to attack.
Okay, so it can attack this turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's... Yeah, when I cast the spell, I can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Okay, roll to hit.
And I think it's my action to attack.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say.
I think you can attack it
That's
this
why
round.
spiritual weapon is like the best thing for clerics.
Yep. I think you can attack this round. Go ahead and roll to attack.
I'm just confused on when I use it to attack. If it's my bonus action to use it to attack, or if it's my action to use it to attack, because
Says-
it doesn't say
Melee.
action.
It says melee attack action, right?
melee spell attack.
Melee spell attack.
It doesn't.
It's a bonus action each time, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I will trust y'all.
It is.
14 plus 5 is 9. So 9, or excuse me, is 19. 19 to hit.
Wow.
That will hit.
Oh, to hit. I thought that was the damage. It's like, oh, that's a ton.
6
That's a
force
lot of
damage
damage.
from a magic floating spectral hammer.
All right. The magic floating spectral hammer does normal damage. It, she kind of looks like she actually got hit by the hammer. It is now the turn of Corvette with Kadiak on deck.
How's she looking? Look her.
She's dead. You can't tell.
Gosh, take it. All right. So noticing that force damage, I was like, oh, let's try this. Instead of firing an arrow this time, I crackling blue energy starts running through Eladin, and I kind of grab it in my other hand and shoot it forward in an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So
roll the hit.
What is it? Plus 6. 19 to hit. So
That will hit.
there's that. And damage 5.
Okay.
Some
Still,
and that's force damage, by the way.
yeah. So it looks like she kind of gets pushed a little bit back as you hit her. She kind of shakes it off, and she starts. Why are you all? Leave my son alone. And Kadiak, it is back to you with Anya on deck.
So, it seems like she is like things are just passing through her, right? Like she's pretty ethereal.
Yes.
Okay, so that plan wouldn't work. All right, cool. I'm just gonna hit her then.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Yep. That will be, and I've still got advantage because of flanking. So that will be a nat 20.
All right. Roll double damage dice for your crit, and add your normal modifier.
Modifier only once, though, right?
Yes.
That will be 22 damage.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay. She's still up.
so good.
Guys, again, it doesn't look nearly as effective as it could have been. She kind of looks like it just passes right through her.
Legolas.
She's
Kadiak
clearly
is going to,
like shimmers and phases as you hit her, but yeah. Okay.
Kadiak is going to start swearing at her in his own language.
All right. Anya, it's your turn with Drith on deck. No, sorry, Piotr, it's your turn with Anya on deck. My bad, I skipped Piotr. Piotr.
Okay. I am going to. I am slightly more healed now, thank goodness. I'm gonna stab.
So you're gonna enter in the room and try to stab her,
Yeah.
which clearly hasn't been effective for anyone else instead of using your magic, which clearly has been effective.
That is valid, Patrick, but I don't want to run out of spells.
You
I'll
have
just
cantrips. That's the purpose of cantrips. You don't run out of magic spells. Just trying to get you to think through this logically, tactically. You can either poke her with a rapier, which isn't going to do as much damage, or you can cast Vicious Mockery again.
I'll do that.
All right.
No, Piotr likes the stabby.
Well, she succeeded on Vicious Mockery, so she doesn't take any damage anyway.
Maybe
See?
Okay, Anya, this is your turn with Drith on deck.
I'll give through the doorway. I'll give Piotr a look and be like, "I know you want the stabby. Mama, stop it!" I'll stab her again. Okay, that's a 19
That will hit.
and a 17.
Those will both hit.
Oh boy, that's a lot more damage. That's a total of 17 slashing damage.
All right. Tell
One
me,
is 9 and one is 8.
how you do it.
Yes.
Oh, I just like, Mama, stop it! And I just kind of like swipe my swords back and forth until she kind of like just dissipates into mist, like over and over again.
So you watch as she kind of like fades
Stop
from
it, Ma.
view, disappears into this mist. But after a few seconds, it reforms. But this
Great.
time she doesn't look angry. She doesn't look sad. I mean, she looks a little sad, but she doesn't look angry. She looks kind of more calm and composed. And she stops and she looks at you and says, "You're not my son, are you?"
No, and I let go of disguise self.
I'm sorry. It's a vicious cycle that I'm going through.
That's why you were mocked viciously.
She looks around and says,
So does that mean you're going to become a wailing, crying thing again?
"Yes, I will
How long
again."
do we got? Just curiosity.
Asking for a friend.
I don't know. It could be hours, it could be days.
So
I
like
don't know.
not in the next few minutes. We're probably good.
No, you're fine for now. But I could become, that creature again. I will become that creature again until my soul finds rest, and my soul will never find rest until I know what happened to my son.
Okay.
Well, I
So-
thought you had said that he had been taken.
He was taken, but I don't know where. I don't know why. Just know they took him.
Right.
You mentioned people in purple robes and silver masks. Do you know who or what they are?
I don't. I know that they came to visit my husband many years ago, but he never told me who they were. Their business was always private. They met in his study, and I never was aware of what they were talking about until the day they kidnapped that girl.
I
What
knew
girl?
it.
She
You
was
know what, Artyom?
It's the girl that went looking for mushrooms.
She disappeared. I mean, she was from the local village. She disappeared probably about 10 years ago. Like, they needed a child for something, and they wouldn't tell us what. But one day they stormed through one day my husband came up in a panic. He said the girl had escaped and they needed a child and they were going to come to try to take our son. And we tried to hold out, but they had such strong magics, particularly their leader. She just blasted in our gate and stormed through, killing everyone. And then I was up here ready to protect my son. And then they killed me. But in my dying moments, I could see them dragging him away.
Do you know who the leader was?
She never told me her name. I never saw her face because she always had that silver mask.
Where did they take your child?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be a ghost.
Valid point.
Do you know what happened to your husband?
I assume they killed him. I could care less. He's the reason that this all happened in the first place.
Would you mind if we took a look in his study then, to see if we can find traces of where they went?
I wouldn't mind if you looked through this whole place. It's abandoned, has been for years. In the moments of clarity I have, I can tell that.
And
Feel
you're not
free
gonna kill us.
until I turn. I can make no promises as to what will happen once I go back to the way I was. Feel free to take anything that you find here in this castle. It's of no use to me.
Drith bursts through the door as a deer and goes.
Is that
I
how?
was waiting for that. Hey, Drith, we're done. We're just talking. I assume Piotr and I are in the room now, but like we're good. No need to fight as a deer or anything right now.
The deer nods and then turns back into Drith.
Okay.
Glad
I mean, to be honest, I don't know how much
see,
a deer can fight.
You'd be surprised.
Have you ever seen what they do to a truck when it hits it?
What is a
Sometimes
truck?
The danger is when they don't fight.
Alright.
Piotr, what are these things?
Do you have anything else that you want to
Kadiak is
ask?
gonna. Yeah.
Um,
Will you stay in this room or do you travel the castle?
I stay in this room. I could if I wanted to. But I have no reason to leave. This is where I died. This is where my heart died.
And if we bring you evidence and proof of what happened to your child, you will pass on?
Possibly. I cannot say. Just know that it is my grief that binds me here.
Makes sense. So, first, where is your husband's study? Are there any secret
to the south?
passageways?
It's just literally the room to the south of us.
Sweet. Any secret rooms or passageways to look into in this castle?
I mean, there's downstairs. You could go look down. I mean, there's the cellar. You could look in the cellar. But not many secret passageways. You could check out. You could look at the room that we built for the girl when we held her here.
Where is that?
Here.
It's in the cellar. We built it specifically for her. I knew it was a mistake, that we never should have brought her here. But my husband said that it would be good for us, that he was building a new world. A world where we would be powerful, important. And that our son would be powerful and important. That's all I cared about. Was a future for my son. And I was blind to see the evil and corruption that he had brought into our lives.
Corbett walks out.
Yeah, Drith goes up to her and says, "Hey, I know I was a little late getting here. I didn't hear the whole story, but it sounds like things are pretty rough, and we'll try to find your son. And if it's any consolation, I meant what I shouted earlier." And he walks out.
So go exploring.
All right. Y'all gonna go check out that study?
I'm gonna stay in there with her and just kind of like quietly like sit on the bed and talk to her a little bit, but you guys can go explore while I
Okay. And so is anyone else staying, or do you all want to go check out
Kadiak.
the study?
Kadiak is going to just say, "May the moon light your path as it does mine," as he walks out.
Artyom?
No, I'm leaving.
Okay. All right. So y'all head down into this study.
I want to go in the other door.
All right, you go into the other
There's
door,
a bear on the floor.
and you see.
Surprise bear attack.
Hey, Drith, can you turn into one of these?
Oh, I haven't tried yet. Maybe. He tries, but he can't turn into anything. It's like I think Hestrom doesn't allow that many transformations per day.
Hmm.
It was fun being a deer, though.
So, Artyom, you have walked into the bath. There's a mirror, shows your beautiful face.
For some people, it does.
All right. For the rest of you, you enter into the study. You see this desk, table to the side. There's papers on the desk and an open book. There's shelves behind him. And yeah.
Corbett goes.
Investigation rolls?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, give me an
Corbett
investigation
starts-
check.
Checking the desks and the bookshelves for secret compartments.
Okay.
Investigation. Where is my? Oh, great! Come on.
That'll be an 8 to look through the papers.
Yeah, Cadillac, you have no clue what you're looking for. You're just like, you hold up one, like, is this it? Corbett takes it and goes, no, this is his taxes. Just hands it back to you. What'd you get, Corbett?
I got 12.
Okay.
Great.
You don't have much more success. You are drawn, however, to that open book on the desk. You pick it up and you open it. You do find a series of letters that he was writing someone that only had the initial K. Didn't have anything more than that. And you skim through the open book. It appears to have been his journal. It was, the journal was, most of the pages are yellowed and almost unreadable at this point from just having been sat open and exposed. The last bit, though, is readable. He details in this journal his getting to meet a group of people that he calls the Profane Guard. They approached him, offering him offering him power, basically. Offering him a place in the new world that they were going to forge with the return of Morpheus, the Dark Dragon God. However, they needed his help. There's a set of rituals apparently needed to be performed, and one of them needed to be performed here. And in order to do that, they needed a young, innocent soul, specifically that of a child. So there happened to be a girl in, Vislava, the girl in the village that met the requirements. One day, the Baron arranged for her capture, and they kept her down in the cellar, while awaiting for the for the ritual, the time for the rituals to be right. However, she escaped right before the rituals were supposed to take place. And when she escaped, the Baron knew that they were going to come for his son instead. And so they tried to put up a stand, and that's where the journal entries end, talking about his preparations for when he came. And he ends by saying, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have dabbled in this. And may the dragon goddess forgive me and save my soul.
Are these dated at all?
Oh, yeah. They're about 3 years old.
To the cellar.
To the cellar.
We can find the boy.
All right. Anyone else?
Once everyone else leaves the study, Kadiak is going to whisper a few words in his language over the bear rug and just do his best to close its eyes.
All right.
With marble eyes.
The eyes don't particularly seem to want to move as you push them, try to push them. Eventually, the eyelid just plops off. And you kind of just put it back and just walk away. Anya, did you want to talk to anything in specific to the Banshee, or did you want to go, or did you want?
I want to get her name.
Okay. She does tell you that her name is actually also Anya.
What? Cool. I don't say anything about that.
Okay, so yeah, she tells you her name is Anya. And yeah.
I guess I just kind of want to ask her, like, little details about her son, just like tell me little stories about him. What was his favorite color?
His favorite color.
How old was he?
Okay,
Little
he was-
things.
He was 10 when they died. When he died.
Um,
I assume he died. His favorite color is blue. He loved reading.
as I'm passing by, actually, I have a thought. I go back and want to ask the name of her husband, of the lord of this place.
She tells you that
Will
it
she
was
give that to me?
Zeglov Kamevrov.
Oh, that's right. And from my kind of just my history and my past, do I know of anything? Have I heard of him before?
Give me a history check.
All right. What's my history? Okay. 7.
You've heard of the Kamevrov family. You haven't heard anything specific about the Zeglovs, but you know that the Kamevrov family has been in the Valley of Polegorod since the ancient battle at the Valley of Polegorod. So you know that they've been here a long time. They're an old family, but they've never gotten very big. They've never they haven't had many aspirations to power, and even if they did, they haven't gotten high up in the ranks of the imperial aristocracy.
Awesome. Thanks.
Have I heard anything about them through the diplomatic
Give me a history check.
grapevine? Let's do it. Oh, hey, that was not a 1, but it kind of looked like it. 16 plus. Give me a sec.
It kind of looks like a 1 turned into a 16.
Because there was a
Nice.
1 there, and the way the light was shining, I couldn't see the 6.
Gotcha.
I just moved it a little. 21. Not
21.
natural, obviously. Wait, that doesn't even make sense. Anyway, 21.
Natural 21.
Crap.
Got a special die.
Yeah. All right. You have actually. You know that the Kamevrov family used to, this particular Zeglov Kamevrov. You'd actually met him several years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. You've actually met him at a ball. He appeared to have greater aspirations to power. He'd wanted to increase his rank through the aristocracy. However, a lot of the nobility just kind of dismissed him, and he kind of just vanished off the face of the earth. But because he was so small, no one really seemed to care.
And this is what he resorts to.
Okay. All right. Are we all going to head to the cellar, or anything else that we want to ask the Banshee before she turns back to a Banshee?
Check
Oh,
the
is she
floor
about to
beneath.
turn?
I mean,
Shoot, I'm still hanging out.
eventually she'll return. That eventually, not necessarily right now,
Okay.
but
Yeah. I'm still
eventually.
just gonna hang out.
Okay, so you're
After I can hear everybody go downstairs, I'll start telling her about my older brother who also liked books. He liked to read books.
Why can't I see you guys upstairs? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Oh, I thought you were.
I was really confused for a
Sorry.
second.
I'm wondering why my program's acting the way it's
Literally
acting.
feature walls.
Man, she got a new voice.
But
And actually, can we look in the rooms on the second floor real fast?
yeah, sure.
Or me at least. I want to just look through anything.
Cadillac will help with that. Just make a clean sweep.
Yeah.
I lost Cadillac. Literally lost Cadillac token.
We'll go as well until try to do some sweeping there.
There we go. Found Cadillac token. Okay, so second floor. All right. So okay, quick perusal. So looking through here, You want to do the entirety of the second floor, including the walls and towers, or you just want to look through these rooms in this?
Just the keep.
Okay,
The keep
yeah,
part,
just the
really.
So another bath, and this was clearly the couple's shared room. There are some chests there.
Open the chests.
Loot the chest.
So you open the chests, and in the chests you find nice clothing, nice women's clothing, and nice men's clothing. Very
Are there any that are like
nice.
blue?
Yes, there is.
I'll take some of the blue ones.
Okay. Corbett loots that.
I'm not gonna change them yet. Just they're in my bag.
You also find some gold pouches. Pouches full of gold that contain 80 gold pieces.
Ooh. Well, let's split that up nicely.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Well, there's 6 of us. Do you want to handle splitting that up?
Yeah, I'll do the math.
All right. Cool. So down back, resuming your journey towards the cellar. So again, there are 2 trapdoors. There's one in the kitchen and there's one in this stairwell. Do you want to, not Cadillac, RTM had the idea of splitting up and going down and pincering through, or do you want to all go through the same cellar door?
Let's try the pincer move.
Okay. So he's going to go
Pincer
through.
sounds good to me.
Okay.
And
Cool.
everyone gets 13 gold except for me and Corvid. We get 14 gold.
All
Heck
right.
yes.
Okay.
I actually
Hey,
am
Drift,
going
you can
to.
take your own room now.
I'm actually going to opt out of taking this gold, so you can split it just 5 ways instead. Just take 16 each.
All right. Who's gonna go through the north trapdoor? Who's gonna go through the south trapdoor?
I'll go south.
Yep.
I'll go also south. No. Yeah, I'll go south.
All right.
Yeah, I'd rather go south.
So Cadillac gonna go
else.
by himself in the north.
Let's do it.
No, I'll go with
He's from the
Cadillac.
north.
It's like y'all hate Cadillac apparently. Okay.
Oh,
Peter
I'll
Turtle
side
with
you.
Cadillac.
I just wanted to go with the non-squishy people, but
Well, I mean, Cadillac's non-squishy.
That would be me.
Cadillacs the most tanky person in the
that's
party.
true. That's true.
All
I'm
right.
just used to Adam playing tanks.
Mm.
All right. Okay, so we'll start with the south, boys. You enter into, this is clearly where their storage cellar. It has crates, barrels, things like that.
Well, let's search around here real fast and then go to the next room.
Give me investigation checks.
Awesome. Food and anything of interest.
I'm gonna take a sniff and go, nope, I'm not digging through these crates.
Dirty 20 investigation.
19.
All right, so you find, most of the food is gone at this point. We're gone rancid or gone stale. However, you find some things that would be, you find some wine, that is
Heck
hasn't
yes.
gone bad. You find
There we
some,
go.
you do also, yeah. You find also in here you would find silver. In some of the crates you find silver, like silverware, like made out of actual silver. So you could take that if you wanted to, or you could leave it here.
Drift's taking some silverware, and what kind of moldy food is there?
Bread, cheese.
In Drift's pocket, some moldy cheese as well.
I take the wine.
Okay. There's let's say there's like a dozen bottles of wine. How many you want to take? You can probably only carry like 1 or 2 actually without,
In my pack even. Can I fit 3? I want 3.
Okay, you can fit. We'll say you can
No.
fit 3 bottles of wine.
3
I'll
wine.
take 1 bottle.
You're not there.
Wait, no,
Peter.
I'm not with them.
I was expecting, full casks of wine or something. I'm like, you're not going to take any of those.
All right.
It's only 40 pounds.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to the north, boys. You walk down the stairway and you see a door to your right. Do you want to go through it?
Yep,
Yes.
always. There's a
Alright.
door. Do you want to touch it?
You walk through the door, and you see
Oh
a
no.
hallway of cells. This is clearly where they kept the prisoners.
This is clearly where we die.
I'm gonna make sure that Piotr stands behind me.
Gracias.
Gonna make sure Piotr stands behind you. Okay. All right. You want to look inside the cells, or keep walking, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk past the cells first, just slowly walk forward.
Cells appear as you walk past. They appear to be empty, as if they had not been used for a while.
I'm going to be trailing him a few spaces behind.
And then you see again.
Is there anything that any of the cells look like it was busted out of?
Nope. Just look like they've been empty.
Are they locked?
No. You can open one and you can go inside if you want. Any of them.
Piotr,
Sounds like a
hold this
trap.
door for me.
All right.
So is there a
Okay, close.
particular one you want to go in, or just the closest? Or this one's fine.
Just the closest one.
I mean, you walk in. There's a hanging hammock. It doesn't look super comfortable, and there's a bucket that you probably use to relieve their bodily functions. It smells like they use it to relieve their bodily functions as well. It doesn't just look it; it smells like it too.
Long-lasting smells for
Does it
3
look
years.
like?
It was a trap.
Does it look like all of them have been used before though?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you can see on the walls, scratches of like how many days people have been in here, things like that.
Okay. I'm gonna take Piotr and then keep heading then, unless he wants to stay behind, but I doubt it.
Nope.
So you do see a hallway. At the end of the long hallway, you see a door. And back to the south end, boys.
Through the doorway.
You go through the door. See a large fortified door to your left in a hallway that keeps going towards the right.
Anybody cast knock?
This is where they keep the monsters. There's a dragon in there.
So you want to try to go in the door? Or...
We're in a dungeon and we're gonna find a dragon. There we go. That's what this game is all about.
Are there any like rats or spiders around?
Nope, no animals.
There's no
Rats.
dragons. This is math.
All right, you want to go in there, or are you?
Do
just
we
gonna-
hear them
Does
coming
it-
out of that door?
You can hear their footsteps at this point from down the hallway, yeah. Or
Does
you
it
do you
look
hear
like it's
footsteps?
been-
You hope it's their footsteps.
Kadiak is going to call out. Hello there.
Hail and well met.
That's them. Let's go meet up.
So are you
I
guys
think we
going?
found it.
Are you guys going in that door? Sorry, I'm just trying to determine. Are you going down the door, or are you going to the right?
Does it
Oh.
look like it's been broken out of this fortified door?
Nope.
No. Oh wow. Sure. Maybe.
Knock on the big door.
The door opens with ease.
Loot!
And you enter and you see a bunch of chests.
All
This
right.
Your guess is this probably was the treasury.
We found the vault. We found the vault.
Yeah.
We're going
On
to
the
it.
vault, on the vault, on the vault.
So-
on the vault.
However, opening the chests, it's clear that they have been looted. There's not a lot
No.
of coins left. In fact, you only managed to find a total of 6 gold pieces and 7 silver pieces. And that
You're
were just
very
left.
disappointing, Dungeon Master.
I just gave you guys 80 gold earlier.
Gosh dang
Drith
it.
looks at an empty chest sadly, puts the moldy cheese in there, and closes the lid.
Give me an
Wait,
investigation check. if you want to try to
Okay.
dig through more.
Yes, thank you. There's always a secret thing in here.
I got a nat 1 in my investigation. Do I find the moldy cheese?
I
I'll tell you what you find
And
in
I
a
can-
second.
I got a nat 20.
You got a nat 20.
Hey.
I
Very,
did.
very, very nice.
He finds the moldy cheese for you.
It's gonna make it a little bit better. If I
There we
can
go.
find the chart I'm looking for. Okay, so Drith, you find in the bottom of one of the chests, you find what looks like a well, it's just like a carved wooden thing. Like it's not even like good carving, but you can't exactly tell what it is. But you're convinced that this is the highest art form of Mordver, and so you take it with
No.
you.
No. Oh, you're a cruel DM, Patrick.
Yes, I am.
Oh, I have to add this to my inventory now.
Oh, holy crap! You
Lump
guys
of wood.
got lucky. All right, let's see how lucky. Holy buckets! All right. So with your nice investigation check, you find buckets. You find a bag of strange, like, silver dust. And a giant red potion.
Okay.
The only things that seem to have been left behind here.
Cool. Sounds good. We'll pocket those.
So you guys are, we come back to the North Boys. You guys keep on making your way down. You see the door down there. You gonna investigate that door, or you gonna keep going?
So there's a door to the south.
Yeah,
Like
there's a door to
right-
the south. You can also, as you're coming around the corner, see another door like right there. Except you shouldn't see what was in there yet.
Rip. I didn't see that. My instinct before you showed me the coffins was to open the door to the south. So I'm gonna not meta.
Okay, I appreciate it. So you open the door to the south, and you see
But
what.
I'll meta. I appear in the door with the coffin.
So you open it,
I
and
brought coffin.
you see what appears to have been a child's room, specifically a female child's room. Toys, dolls on the ground. You see a what looks like to have been a diary on the table with the abnormally
I read it?
large. Yeah. So you open it, and it details the captivity of Vivislava, the girl that went missing about 10ish years ago. She says about 10 years ago she went out looking for mushrooms. She was captured. And she lived here. She wasn't allowed out. They brought her meals every day. She was let out. She was let out back accordingly once a month to go wander around the outside of the walls, so that way she had to exercise. And near the end of her time, she used that to break out. She had apparently formed a shiv. She'd kept one of the knives, and she'd been sharpening it on the stone walls for years until she saw her opportunity to stab the guard that had was escorting her, and she said she was going to stab the guard and use it as her use it to run and flee into the woods and try to escape. And that's the last journal entry. So you can only assume that she was probably successful.
Or
She got eaten by a bear.
Probably wolves on a bear.
She was eaten by
I
a
still
bear.
think she was the girl that we found at the very beginning.
All right.
How old was that girl at the beginning?
She was a young woman.
Young woman.
Rats.
Well, how about that?
All right. So are you going in the room as well, Cadillac? You're going to keep walking?
I'm gonna stand guard for him to make sure that no other banshees pop up.
Thanks for not letting things kill me.
Sounds good.
Can
All
I
right.
search? Oh, never mind.
You can roll an investigation check if you want.
Yep. Well, it sucked. So,
What does sucked mean?
2 plus my modifier. So 7.
Okay. Yeah. You don't
Wow.
find anything of interest in the room.
Seeing that he's fumbling around, I will go and help.
So you can give him, using the help action, you can give him an advantage. So roll again, Piotr.
I think there should be something in here. I just don't see anything. Looks like she was really tidy. I don't know. Rip. Guess what? Another 7.
Yep. Nothing. Nothing special in this room.
Also 0 things. Yeah, no. Don't think she left anything in here.
All right. Is there anything, so Anya, while this is all going on, you're just sitting and chatting. I just want to make sure that you're nothing doing, okay? Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Just talking about Liam, talking about Vitaly, talking about whatever she would need to talk about.
Okay.
I'm probably crying too, just a little bit.
All right. So, you all group back up together. You see the door.
Cadillacs going in first.
Okay. So you enter in, and yeah, you see the room full of coffins. You're guessing.
Oh,
Holy
that's a lot of
moly.
coffins.
You're guessing.
That. Oh,
You're guessing this is probably like the family mausoleum thing, probably where they buried important people. Though based on how small it is, your guess is they probably got like cycled out. If you were too old and dead, they moved you to somewhere else.
Drith is gonna go open the closest coffin.
do they look open?
No, they don't look open.
I was like, yeah, are the coffins open or closed?
No, they're closed. They're all closed. So Drith goes and opens it and is presented with a dead corpse. I mean, skeleton, crossed arms, lying back in its coffin, dead.
Does it look like that they've had their final rites?
Oh yeah, that's part of well, I mean, you couldn't tell, but Artyom could.
Cadillac, is it like this? And I crush the skull.
I'm gonna walk over and kind of like push you in and be like, leave them alone. They're done.
These ones have been taken care of. They're fine.
Okay. Sounds good. Just trying to understand the culture here. And he starts making some notes, trying to understand what he did wrong.
Don't smash skulls in coffins.
Does not
Exactly
eat
what he writes
babies.
verbatim.
Does not eat babies. May eat babies.
Maybe.
The plot thickens.
Well, I mean, you do see that he is buried with some like fancy things, like a golden ring, a silver amulet. So he is buried with some nicer things. If you're up for some grave robbing.
Dang it. Corbett would not.
Yeah,
so
no.
if I was playing Skyrim, that'd be another thing. But Corbett would not.
Or does it look
rob
like the
those
clothes would
trousers.
fit him?
Fit Drith?
He's 5'10".
They're probably like rotted.
I mean, they're definitely moth-eaten, like, older clothes. I mean, maybe not moth-eaten, but, like, they're older. You got some old, like... Yeah, they look like they fit, but they're not, like, nice at this... I mean, they were obviously nice at the time they were buried, but they're not, like, nice now.
Talking to everyone here that's with us, like, hey, would I fit in better if I with like the townspeople if I wore something like this?
No,
No.
No.
not at all.
Got it. All right. Well, I'll just take the ring then.
All right.
Kadiak looks very, very skeptical and is looking to the others for confirmation. He says, "You should put that back."
Okay. Sure. Why not?
All right.
He puts it back. He like slides it on the finger. I want to say he like breaks off one of the brittle like fingers and like puts it in there. It closes the coffin.
Cool.
How far down? How long is this room? Is there anything at the other end?
It's about 40 feet long. No, nothing really at the end.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that was the end or just
You're
can't
good.
see.
Yep. Nope. Nothing at the end. Sorry. That is. Yep. This is it. All right.
Kadiak will make a careful investigation. Probably more of a perception, less fingers and noses and things, and more just close looking.
All right. Give me your perception check.
Nat 20, 25 total.
Yeah.
Nothing of amazing interest. You know, you can read the names of the people on their coffins, but nothing crazy.
All right. Kadiak will say, "Seems fine to me. Just a crypt."
All right. Are y'all gonna resume your, go meet back up with Anya, or what do y'all want to do now?
Yep. Maybe.
Yep. Just taking enough notes about the architecture. He's ready to go back up.
All right. So that kind of ends the exploration point of that. We don't need that map anymore. So we'll just switch back to this one. So you head upstairs. Are you gonna look around the rest of the castle, or you feel like you're done looking around the rest of the castle?
Before that happens, I want to ask the Banshee again.
Yep.
Miss Anya, if she happens to know where her husband is or went before she died, like what happened,
No.
and then if she knew of any places that the girl they kept would have gone to after escaping.
No idea. She probably got lost in the woods. And no, I don't know
Okay.
where my husband is, nor do I care. The moment I knew that they were coming, I came up here to protect my son.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
we've been
you.
talking for like a half hour. He was a real not nice.
Not nice words.
All right. Well, oh, also, I pull out the bag of strange silver dust and giant red potion. Like, do you happen to know what these do by chance?
She shakes her head. She doesn't have a clue.
All right, thank you. Put them away.
That's all I needed. Thanks.
That's all I. Yeah.
All right. So what's the next plan of action, team? I'm assuming that you
before
all
we like
talk
yeah,
and
before
share
we
your
like
information.
leave,
Yeah.
I want to be like, I want to say goodbye to the Banshee. Give her like a weird like kind of like nod, handshake, hug, just like a little bit of show of affection. I will try and find out what happened to your family. I'm very sorry you had to live and die through this. And we will try and make it right. And by the blood of Yarek, hopefully we are successful. And I'll say goodbye and walk out.
All right. So
What'd you find? What'd you find?
We fill her in.
Cool.
This is what we found.
How old was this girl
Oh.
when she got away? She was in this jail cell for 7 years? She's no longer
Probably
a
something
little
like
girl.
that.
Why would they keep her for 7 years? Why would they take her at 10 and then just hold on to her if they were going to sacrifice her? Why not sacrifice her right away? Or not take her until they need her?
Maybe they wanted to keep her, for lack of a better word, safe, but she needed to be a certain age.
Could the ritual take that long, maybe? Could it
Ooh.
be a decade-long ritual?
Ooh, that's one heck of a spell.
If you're bringing back a dead god, or what you
Mm.
Southerners see as a god,
Maybe
they
another.
that might have something to do with it.
But they
Maybe
also
some.
said they needed to do the ritual here. They needed to do it here, and they had the girl staying here. But once she was out and gone, they took Liam and they leave immediately. So why would they leave her in there if they were just going to go and do it the second that they got back? I feel like there's something still missing. Obviously, a few things missing.
I forgot who said it, but I think someone was onto it earlier. I think the girl we met outside the cavern is this girl, right? Like when we first got here. So I say we go to try to find her and try to get some answers.
Fair point.
I agree.
All right.
First, I'd like to try and see if we can find some tracks from the castle to see where she went.
That was 3 years
th-
ago. I don't know.
Yeah,
There have been no animals to disturb it.
but
The
After.
weather apparently has stayed pretty constant. Misty, foggy, rains occasionally. There might be something left.
Maybe the other thing is we do know she was down by the cave we came. We could also look in that area for tracks as well. So in case we don't find anything out here.
Yeah.
But
I can do a little bit of tracking. I know how to do that a little bit.
yeah,
I'm good with nature.
Wait, no, I can't.
Oh.
I'm really bad at survival.
I don't know. 2 years later, you're probably not gonna find anything. There's just been enough wind and rain, even if it's only occasionally.
Oh yeah, I got a 7 either way.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to roll again.
Okay.
Questionable.
18.
Yeah, it's just been, I mean, too long to really tell, and even if you could identify which tracks were hers, it's just kind of been too long. It's been 3 years. Like, yeah, there have been animals, but there's been weather. It's probably rained. It's probably stormed. It's probably winded. So,
Well, what
Fair enough. Worth a shot.
the cave that we appeared in was used for, what like the altar was used for, I guess. So we might as well go over there and try to suss out some more clues now that we have some context.
oh yes.
anyone want to give
Connor.
me an insight check?
Yes, please.
Sure. Insight.
15.
21.
If you get higher than
Definitely
a
not as good.
If you get higher than a 14, so if you look at the map, you figure that she
I got
wouldn't.
exactly.
The girl, if she wouldn't have gone, if she didn't make it back to the village, she would have found the village. So you're figuring that the girl probably got lost in those woods north of the castle and north of the graveyard. If you look at the map, because otherwise she would have clearly found the village and made it home. So if you're looking for the girl, that's your best guess as to where she would be. If you want to go again Drith's assumption of that altar, the Blade altar, probably a fair assumption of if that's where the ritual is performed, that's probably where you would find more information about this ritual.
Well, by Heshram's claw, I think I was wrong. I just realized. So I think the girl would have probably gone north in the woods somewhere. That probably wasn't her that we met.
Hmm.
So do we want to go to the girl, or do we want to try to like explore the cave, or go to try to find the girl in the woods?
I say we search the woods first. See if we can find the girl, her remains, something to give that family some closure.
All right, good. That's what I vote too.
All right.
Sounds good.
But can we
Yes.
like take a break first?
So do you want to try? Yeah, so I'm guessing you're probably asking for a long rest. Do you want to try camping out in the woods, or do you want to go back to the village to sleep in the inn?
Mhm.
I mean, Cadillac's fine in the woods, but
Yeah,
the
so
rest
is
of
I,
y'all.
I think we should go up into the woods. It's right there, as opposed to going all the way back down.
What about maybe finding rooms in the castle?
There's a banshee.
With a banshee.
Valid.
Um,
Hey, why don't we
all
try to
of-
crash
they-
with we could try to crash with like the guard person or sleep in his place.
No, because
He goes back down to the town.
He's
Oh,
also
good
proven that he's kind of like a coward and useless, and I don't want him to steal my gold. So even if he's still there, I think we should just go up into the woods. And who knows, maybe the girl will wander onto us if she's still alive.
It would be good to see who leaves the bag of gold, though.
But that's his gold. Maybe it's the girl.
That's interesting. Did he say was that
That's
every
true.
morning he comes up and finds one? Every
Every morning.
the woods are close enough by. I say, let's try and do that. I like that
Go
idea.
to the woods and watch the cattle.
Mhm.
So then we're not just
Sounds
like
good.
standing there and spooking off whoever is,
Mhm.
planting the gold.
Just be able to see the front wherever
Yep.
he says it's planted.
I mean, he says it's just on his desk waiting for him when he gets back.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, did he leave the goose down pillow in his little place?
Nah, so as you're walking back out, yeah, he's gone at this point. It's getting towards evening. He's gone at this point. He took the goose down pillow with him.
Poor guy.
So wait,
We'll get
what's
your pillow back.
inside of this little like gatehouse room?
Not a lot. Kind of like a little desk that he sits at. Some papers. A chair for him to sit at. It's not very big. Just like a regular security guard post.
It's like Dampe's hut.
Okay.
So if we're watching it, we can see anyone approach it. Like, that's definitely just a little shack. There's no secret ways in or out.
Exactly. If they approach it through normal means, you'll be able to see them.
Okay. Well, is there a place nearby we can kind of hunker down for the night, but also keep an eye on that?
It's time to go get lost in the woods.
If you give me a survival check, you can see if you can find a place that fits that description.
Okay.
Is this
Mine's
going to be a
not-
combined
Oh,
survival check
oh.
or one person's best?
Pick one person to do the survival check for you.
Not I.
Not me.
No.
Does
I got
anyone?
a +2.
Oh,
I've got a
okay.
+5.
Yeah, Cadillac. There you go.
Yeah,
So with advantage, that looks to be a 23. I rolled an 18.
So you are able to find a place to hold, that will let you get a good night's rest, secure, and watch the guardhouse, the gatehouse. Okay, is anyone going to want to be doing watches or anything, or are you all just going to try to sleep through the night?
Watches for
We need to
sure.
do watches
Watches for
because
sure.
we're trying to see who does
Stake
that.
out.
Trying to spy.
All right. How many watches
I
do you
say-
want to do? Do you like 4?
Yeah.
I'll do whichever
Um,
one's darkest since it doesn't matter to me.
All right. Who wants to do watch number 1?
With
Drith will do watch number 1. Okay. Watch number 2.
I can do that
Caddy, I'll
one.
take that one.
Oh,
I'll do the third one. You can have
okay.
2 people do the second one. I'll do the third one.
Okay, so Piotr and Kadiak doing second one together.
sure.
And then
That
fourth
works.
one. Anyone want to do the fourth?
I'm doing whichever one's darkest since it doesn't bother me that I can't see anything.
That'd be the third. So you want to do it with Jelania?
Wait, do we?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. You could do it with me because I don't really trust a blind man to keep watch in the
Okay.
middle of the night.
So then that leaves Corvette with the fourth watch.
I have very good other senses.
All right, watch number 1. Give me your
Drith is
perception
just gonna
check.
be. Drith is just gonna be like looking at the stick, and he's occasionally gonna start crying.
Okay, that's sad.
What stick?
It's crying because the stick is so beautiful. that it's best
The
thing he's
stick he
ever seen.
found in the treasury.
It's part of a carved oak tree.
That's right.
That
That means
stick.
something to him. I got a 16.
You don't really notice anything coming from the gatehouse, but you do notice stuff coming from the woods. You can see shapes and figures moving in between the trees. Hold on, I realized I need to roll for something and I forgot to roll for it.
Hey, just
A little
clarifying, we made no
DM nod.
fire, right?
You didn't make a. I mean, did you
We
make a
didn't
fire?
make a fire.
No, we did not make a
I
fire.
was thinking-
No, we did not make a fire.
No.
We're being sneaky.
Okay, that's what I was like. Wait, before we go to sleep, we're being sneaky, right?
Yeah, we're hiding as much as we can. So you can take back those little DM nods. I saw those.
Those DM nods aren't going anywhere. But
Yeah, but let's be fair. Drith is sitting there wailing like a little tool over.
You don't understand,
Well-
okay?
We're just like, shut up, Drith. We're trying to sleep.
It's
You
so
have to stop
beautiful.
crying. I
I'll throw
don't
my
care.
own-
I'm tired.
Now we know what to get him for his birthday.
Sticks.
Sticks.
all right. So, however, nothing seems to approach you, or you while you are doing your watch. Watch number 2 was Kadiak and Piotr. Okay. Give me perception checks.
I think that's my
That will
best
be
roll
14.
all session.
14. Okay.
Also 14.
Again, same thing. You don't notice anything coming from the, going to or from the gatehouse. You do, however, see shapes moving throughout the woods. You hear strange, eerie sounds, but again, nothing approaches you. Watch number 3.
Any animals this close or no?
Oh, there are animals. There are animals at this point. Yeah, you can see and hear animals at this point, but they're all like either nocturnal animals or sleeping. Artyom and Jelania, give me your perception checks.
So if there are animals out in the woods, then I'm going to guess that means there's not undead marching around the woods.
It's not great.
Well, you could assume that. Yeah, could assume that.
I got a 15.
That's a 3.
15 and a 3.
I'm just
So-
watching RT. I'm just be like, how is he watching in the dark?
You are too distracted.
I could hear you
Why
breathing.
Why is he watching? There's no reason.
Why are you staring at me so intently?
Why do you know that I'm staring at you? I make no
I
sound
can
when I
smell
stare at
you.
you.
Can
Do I
you
smell
staring at me.
different when I stare at you?
The angle of your breathing, the sound, is coming right at my ear, as opposed to when you
smell
look
like
away
not
and it's
though.
going in a
I-
different direction.
It's very strange to me why you would say I have to watch when we're trying to see what they look like and you cannot see.
You know,
So how are you
we
going to be
have at
like,
least-
they smell like a thing, and we're not going to be able to know what the heck that means?
or if they walk funny, You walk differently. I could tell that it's you as opposed to Katiok because you are kind of like.
Well, everyone sounds different than Katiok. He has very short legs. Of course, he sounds very
Drith
different.
has kind of a. Drith has a walk and a stop and then a scratch, 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 scratch as he writes, and then a walk and a stop and a scratch, 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 scratch. And Piotr got the little like twinging of his as he's tuning his lute.
He does do that a lot. He does that a lot.
If you sit and you listen, what do you hear besides your own voice?
Well, I heard your voice for a little bit, and then you stopped talking.
You see, I hear you. I can hear that one of our friends is in a deep sleep. I think Katiok is sitting in there singing one of his chants in his sleep, something about smashing skulls. You know, earlier,
What a lot. Yeah.
Corvette was whispering to his little magic stick. I can hear the crickets. I can hear the squirrel that is chittering around up in this tree just above you. It smells like this is probably an old growth forest. There's a lot of loam on the ground, not so much underbrush. However, there's quite a bit of sticks that snap out there in the distance. It sounds more like a smaller creature as opposed to something big. But generally, when there's big, there's kind of a heavier reverb that goes along with when they step on something. You see? So who knows? Maybe he'll have like a dead foot, or they'll have a light step, and that will indicate to me that it's a woman. And then maybe with a breeze of perfume, or perhaps that they will have the smell of an old musty cheese, or maybe a little hint of blood, so it's some form of cheesemaker or a butcher. And then that, with the way that they walk, kind of tells me who they are.
Sure.
Does that...
I'm not saying I want to roll for insight on like any of this and thinking, but like Jelani just is like skeptical, just like of everything always. It's just like you seem a little full of yourself. Like, I know the smells of the world and paint with the colors of the wind. She's like, sure, great.
Tell you what, you stay right here, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk out into the woods.
So as you walk out into the woods,
You run right into a zombie.
you never come back. Just kidding. So you walk out into the woods. Those shapes and things that we were talking about earlier starting to become clearer. And the words of the Domovoy come back to you. It said that those who are lost wander the woods at night. And at one point, you are walking through, and you see a a young woman. However, it looks, she's a ghost, clearly. You're seeing a bunch of ghosts. However, most of them don't seem to interact with you. But this one is a young woman. She turns and looks at you and says, I want to go home.
What was her name?
It was Vivislava.
I'm gonna hold my hand out. Take my hand and I'll take you home.
She reaches her hand out. And that's where we're going to end it for today.
Oh.
Off in the woods, you hear, Artyom, you need to come back. This is not funny anymore. You're supposed to be helping me walk somehow.
So yeah, that's where we're gonna end it. Hope you guys had. I know I had fun playing. I hope you all had fun playing as well. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end for tonight. We'll be back in another 2 weeks, so that'll be October 7th.
Gosh, we're in October already.
Almost.
Not yet. Don't cheat me.
But it was.
I don't think it would be the 7th. I think it'd be the 4th.
I have a calendar right here.
Or the
Might
5th,
be the 7th.
even.
It'll be the 7th.
Because the 5th is a Monday, 4th is a Sunday, 7th is. Because next week's the 30th, and then 7 days after that.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm thinking about my
It's
show.
like, yeah,
being on
I think
Mondays. No,
you're
it's
thinking about
Wednesday.
your show, but anyway. So thanks for coming. It was great, lots of fun. Thanks for watching. we have
Drop your rehash questions in the chat in the Discord.
drop, go,
for next
there's
week.
in the link there, in the bottom of the Twitch channel, there's a link to the, to our, the Duck Pond, which is my Discord channel for this channel, since I do more than just Dungeons and Dragons. So go drop your rehash questions in either the Duck Pond Rehash the Rolls channel or in the Stay at Home DM Rehash the Rolls channel if you have access to that. Just to plug again for Lydia's stream this Monday. They're going to be doing a one-shot. Some of our viewers are going to be participating in that. Please go, check them out and give them a watch. They're fun. She also does her, normally she does a show on Mondays called Performance Check. That's her main campaign. For the one shot, they're going to be taking a break, obviously, but they'll be resuming that. Go also check that out. Again, shout out to the wonderful people who have helped us do art and helped us get this going, such as, Braden's wife, Megan, Liz McKinney, Tim Bishop, my older brother, Eric, who helped make this stuff. You can see, in our credits, you can see ways to contact them if you want to, if you want your own stuff for that. But yeah, thanks for coming. It's been fun, and we will see you all in a few weeks. Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.